Hey, welcome to Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, joined by Sona and Matt, my chums, my amigos. I was in New York recently doing some taping for the pod. I was solo. I missed you guys.
Oh, we missed you too.
Yeah.
Not that much, but I missed you.
well,
I did miss you.
take
It's
it
better.
back.
We
I have
weren't
to
invited, just
there's-
to be clear.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Okay.
There's not a lot of flights that go from LA to New York.
So
We looked
many.
into it. Very.
Hourly.
I don't think so.
Oh, it is.
It's once a month, I think. But anyway, not a lot of airlines, not a lot of service between those two major hubs. My point is that at one point, and I don't remember what it was because I don't remember things, but one of my happiest, I tend to make people laugh, but one of my happiest things ever is when I can make Adam Sachs, when I can catch him by surprise with something really insane. And I don't remember what it was. I did some bit, and it may not be repeatable on the air. Yeah.
It is not repeatable on the air.
Yeah, okay. It's not repeatable on the air because I say I say insane things.
But I'm thinking about it now. I'm tearing up.
And he started laughing. And what's great about Adam Sachs is that he's someone who's always kind of in control, and he's very good natured and he's sweet. But twice, that time and another time, I've made him laugh where he can't stop laughing, and he holds his hand in front of his mouth. And I took a series of photos.
Oh, wow.
And it's him.
I haven't seen these.
You haven't seen these?
No, but I have a very vivid memory of what you're talking about.
It's this.
Oh, yes, I know this look.
And then he can't stop, and his hand always goes to his face, and he covers his mouth as if he was beaten as a child if he laughed. And
I was so out of control that in this moment that I was sitting in a chair and I leaned over and I slapped the floor really hard, and I don't even know why. I just could not control myself, and then I ended up.
You'll have to tell me
again.
after the pod what it was. And I'm sure it was something that cannot be repeated.
It's really funny. It cannot be repeated.
I'm a terrible person, but I think you're such a good guy that sometimes if I come in with something that's completely insane and not tracking, I can get Adam, and that makes me super happy because when it does happen, it's rare. It's like spotting this. There's this creature in the woods that's only been photographed once. If I can get him, it's really satisfying.
I feel like there are certain people on staff you hone in on because they don't give it up to you that
One
easily.
of your two children.
Yes, one of my two children, also Samantha Curry, who works on our digital team, won't give it up to you too easily.
Love Samantha, and Samantha will just stare at me and say no, and nod, shake her head no slowly.
Yeah.
And I'll say, come on. She'll be like, no.
And I see you working harder to just try to get something out of her.
Yeah. And it's funny because it's this fine line between disappointment and joy. I love I'm like a fish on a hook. Like, I've got to try and get Samantha. I'm not getting Samantha. If I really got her, it would terrify me.
You're like a comedy masochist. Or
Yes,
something.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. I'm drawn to the one who is, no.
Yeah.
And she's really good. She's a very good straight she's just like, and also I'm sure she means it, but she's just like, nope. Nope.
I think I laugh a lot. Maybe I don't.
No, you laugh a lot,
but
you don't lose it. And to get you to lose it to the
Yeah.
point where you're banging on the floor with your fist, and then it becomes, I think that was the day I interviewed Martin Short, and we had such a spectacular, and I love him, but I went away I walked away from that building across the street from Rockefeller Center that day thinking, yeah, I really got Adam today. Not thinking about Marty Short, a comedy icon who graced me with his presence. I'm like, yeah, I really got Adam. I got it. Hey, you guys, I got Adam today. Who's Adam? And who are you? Stopping vendors on the street. I got Adam. Would you like some of this chicken? No, I don't want your chicken. All right, well, we got to get into it. We got a lot to do. My guest today is a hilarious actor. He's a comedian, a magician, mind melder. He's lovely. He's a force. He's a force in the industry, and he's a good friend. I'm thrilled he's here. Flula Borg, welcome. Your Flula Borg
Please.
Please. You're an international man of mystery.
Oh, the bag is out of the cat.
No, it's the cat is out of the bag.
Oh, that's how you say it here?
That's how we say it here.
Oh, okay.
Tell me, yes. You and I have done many things together.
13, yes.
We went to Berlin together.
We did.
You toured with me. I'm going to say this up front.
Say it.
I love you.
I love you as well.
I delight in all things Flula Borg. He's a delightful fellow.
Yeah.
We can't get enough Flula. You are such a funny fellow. I don't even think you're aware you're funny. You're just representing your upbringing, your country.
Yes, just human beings, Homo sapiens, Flula Borg. How are you guys?
We're doing really well.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
It's wonderful to have you here. As always, you were dressed, and I know we're a podcast, but you can go and check out the video. You dress unlike anyone I've ever met. Always mit the fanny pack.
Yeah,
that's
mit
German for with.
Yes.
Today's is you never double up on a fanny pack. I never see the same fanny pack twice. We've discussed this before, but this one looks like it's made of molybdenum. The most powerful metal in the world?
Yes, it's part of the periodic table of elements, of course. This also, if you have something in your tooth, you have a tooth in your mouth, a tooth in your thing, you can check it in my fanny pack.
It's very nice. It's like a mirror.
Yes, on the wall. Who is the one with food in his mouth?
Oh, very nice. And so that's very useful. And of course, you always keep important items in your fanny pack.
Absolutely, yes.
What do you call it in, is it Austria? Where you're from?
Where I am, my originations?
Yes.
I'm German, yes.
Yes.
I'm the...
I know Austria is different. I think of it as all the same.
Oh, yeah. It all looks the same to you.
Well, it does. I'm sorry. You go to one of the go like, do you want a strudel cake? And then you go to the other one. They're like, we'll have a strudel cake.
Okay. That first one was Austria. The second one was Munich.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But when I'm in Austria, I think I'm in Germany. And when I'm in Germany, I think I'm in Austria. And if that's offensive to people out there, I apologize. I'm American. We're an ignorant people.
Yeah.
And if you wish to disagree with me, you can swim across the Gulf of America. Find me, and we'll straighten this shit out.
Oh, wow. Shots fired at who? No one knows.
No one knows. No one knows. It was a gun with blanks.
Oh, okay.
You are from Germany.
That's correct, Conan.
And what do you call the fanny pack in Germany?
I call it a fanny pack.
Oh, okay. I wish it had a fun name like a Gleibenhaube.
Oh, the Gleibenhaube is actually how you repair flat tires.
Ah,
yes.
Very nice.
But if you'd like to, you may call it a Bauchtasche.
Bauchtasche.
Yeah, which means a stomach pocket, which sounds like, what's a kangaroo have?
Yes. Say it again for me.
Bauchtasche.
Now say it backwards.
Hausgut.
Hey, nice! There's nothing he can't do.
Well, you got very German when you said,
yes.
oh, nice!
Nice!
Yeah.
With the backwards.
that was a very Stuttgart accent, just saying.
I'm just saying. I stole mine from Dana Carvey, who probably stole his from a comedian in Stuttgart.
Yes.
You're also wearing...
You what?
I want to talk about, I don't know what to call it. Would you call it a sweatsuit? What would you guys call it?
Tracksuit?
Tracksuit.
Like a barbed wire hatched tracksuit?
Yeah, it's very strange
amazing.
looking. I mean, wonderful looking.
This looks like if I swallowed an EKG.
It's great.
But it's of Usain Bolt. Very, very systematic and low levels.
Yes, very systematic, low level, and it appears that you're in good health. You work out a lot, Flula.
Is this true?
It is true, because I shook your hand in the hallway.
We did do this.
And you crushed my hand, and the carbon in my body became a diamond, which I plan to sell.
You should sell
I'm going to sell my right hand.
May I buy it?
Would you say?
May I buy your right hand? Not for inappropriate reasons, Conan.
I might need it back, if you know what I mean.
I do as well.
Yes, because of masturbation.
Yes.
How do you call that in your country?
Masturbation?
Yeah.
Schnatzel.
Schnatzel?
Yeah.
You say I need a little time with the schnatzel?
It's time for it's Schnatzel side.
Yeah, I'm going to lock the door and have some schnatzel.
Why lock the door, Conan?
Well, in case someone walks in and goes, Gotten Himmel!
That's the only thing that works for me.
Okay.
What?
Sona, some guys like to be walked in on.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I'm just telling.
No, I know. Okay.
What do you mean I know?
Why are you telling her?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe Matt wants to know that too.
Do you like being walked in on?
Are you kidding?
Well, I don't know. With Kesha, you were pretty quick
wear
to
a
walk
big-
in on her when she was in the bathroom. On a recent podcast.
Wow.
Never walks in. We've had, all these other people on. Never walks in. He had an axe he took to the door.
That's true. Are you a walker or a walkie? I know.
Exactly. Do you like to be walked in on when you're doing it? What is it called? Steibi?
Schnatzel.
Okay, schnatzel.
Yes.
Steibi.
To be clear, that is what I call it.
I call Steibi. I thought was when you do the nipples.
When you rotate counterclockwise and clockwise around your own areolas.
Yes, depending, unless you're an Australian, you go the other
Then
way.
it's the other way around. Of course. Southern Hemisphere reverse it.
If you do it enough, you get Radio Free Europe.
And blisters.
Listen, you and I have a certain something which should never be released into the public.
Agreed.
Bad.
Are we recording this?
No, I hope not. This will
Wonderful.
be destroyed. Matt is giving me the signal that none of this is being recorded.
Not a bit.
And Eduardo is erasing as we go.
Yes.
Great.
He just keeps pushing delete.
Delete. Thank you, Eduardo. Thank you, Matthew.
Yes.
Matthias.
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 Yeah. The TH is just a T for us.
Do you have Germanic descent at all? Are you
No, but I took 2 years of German in high school
das
and
stimmt.
watched a lot of World War II movies.
and I took a German.
counts.
I took a German out for 2 years.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Is that- I'm trying to be clever. Is that a clever thing?
No.
I don't think so. I'm looking
gosh.
through the judges, and no, it wasn't.
Well, thank you again for taking me out for 772 days.
Oh.
You and I, we've traveled around. We have a good time together.
Yes.
You're a wonderful, funny performer.
Okay.
And I think you bring a fresh perspective because we are in a time in this world where people are suspicious of people from other countries.
Really? I thought everything's going great at the
Yeah,
moment.
okay. Well, I have you on because I want to say, look, these people from other countries, they can be quite wonderful and delightful. And that is why I love to travel the world, but I also like to have world travelers come to me.
Come to you. It's much cheaper. You do not have to worry about time zones.
And also the food.
Yes.
I can't, the Wiener Schnitzel, it's too much.
You don't like it. You need your
No,
chip.
I like Wiener Schnitzel, but it's when every meal they say, would you like our special Wiener Schnitzel? And they act like, yeah, we just had that 9 days in a row.
Well, listen, you must go 10 days every time. That's the rule. Double-digit Wiener Schnitzel, then move to the pommes.
You're a delightful fellow.
As are you, Conan.
And I did seriously want to ask you about your workout regimen. In the past, you told me that you worked with this guy who just, I think, beat you with a leather cord or something. It sounded very masochistic, your workout.
Yes, this is Paolo Mascitti. He's a shame-based trainer. He's from Italy. Yes, we share an Axis history, but neither one of us was involved.
So, okay.
Yes.
And was that your posting, looking for a trainer from the Axis?
Yes, must be either Italian or Japanese. Sorry.
And not having been involved.
Yes,
That's
correct.
important.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, if they were involved, they'd be like 110 years old now.
Yeah, and very wonderful with the cardiovascular. If
Yeah,
they're still
very.
alive. Teach me your tips.
Do one push-up, and then they fall over.
Done.
But your workout sounded intense with this gentleman.
Well, it's very, very verbally abusive.
Mm-hmm.
And so this
And you
is-
like that
Oh.
because you're very self-hating.
Yes, I need all of the negativity. I turn this into positivity. It's like when you put a battery inside of a flashlight.
It turns it on.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
If the battery's outside, what does it do?
It does nothing.
It waits to be inserted
Well,
into your mag.
okay.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't. I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, mag light.
No.
In this metaphor, Paolo is the battery and I am a large metal stiff flashlight.
He energizes you. He fills you with light.
Like that rabbit, yes.
Yes. And okay. Good God. I don't know what to do.
Yes.
But you, as a result,
Uh-huh.
I've seen you without your shirt on. We won't talk about that.
Let's
But
not
we
talk
actually
about
have
it.
footage of it
We-
from our travel show to Germany.
Oh,
and
yes.
the ladies, their eyes fell out of their heads, and some of the fellas. You look like you've been chiseled by Michelangelo.
Oh, wow. Which turtle is that?
No, not the turtle, the great
Oh,
sculptor.
he's with the stick.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Oh, he had
Okay.
the small knives.
No. Michelangelo.
Was with the pizza.
Okay. Just let it drop.
Okay.
What I was trying to say is that very impressive, and this is an obsession of yours. Do you think that's very Germanic to want to have a powerful body?
A Teutonic trait.
Yes.
I need structure in my life, Conan. Life is chaos. What's happening? Nobody knows. You eat, you pee, you poo, you sleep. Sometimes I need an added activity. That activity is lifting things up and down.
In rapid succession.
Well, sometimes slow succession is also well. Other thing that's good is Succession, the TV show.
Okay, all right. Let's not. You're always here to plug a show that you weren't on that no longer exists.
Yes.
Last time you talked incessantly about I Dream of Jeannie. No one's watched that show for 50 years.
Really? Blink.
Yeah. Okay, no, okay. Pretending to blink on a podcast is a waste of everyone's time.
Oh, so no one could hear that.
No one could hear it.
Oh. Have
you
you seen Little House on the Prairie?
Yeah, okay. Again, you're plugging something that no one watches anymore.
Okay.
You know, you do a wonderful service, Flula, if I may call you Flula.
No, please do it. It's my name.
Flula, you make what you call a flalander.
Yes, I do.
It's a calendar, but it's a Flula calendar. And then you
Yes.
send it to all of us, and they're always delightfully fun.
Oh, thank
because
you.
each month is you having a bit of a prank. Some fun with the visual. And for 2025, your flounder was photos of you spoofing various movie covers. And changing the title. Home Alone, you changed to Unsupervised Juvenile.
That's correct, yes.
Speed changed to Rapid.
Rapid, yes.
Austin Powers changed to Munich Strengths.
Munich Strengths, yes.
And Scarface to Blemish.
Yes, of course.
And you make these calendars, and they're very funny, and the visuals are very funny, and you send them to all your friends, and they help get me through the year because I can be a depressive, and sometimes I'm feeling a little down. And then I go and I look at your calendar, and I'm still down.
Yeah, I was going to say, does not change your mood. Probably.
No, not at all.
It tells you what day it is.
Yes, I know what day I'm depressed.
Well, yeah, which day is depression? This one. Thanks, May 2nd. My favorite, I will tell you, is Beetlejuice was termite gravy. So stupid.
You've had some success recently in film. You have.
Oh, geologically speaking, yes.
What's that?
Geologically, it's been recent, yes.
No, please. I want to say, and last summer you were in the Amazon movie My Spy, The Eternal City. Your co-star was David Bautista. You played a serious villain.
Yes.
You love a villain.
Oh, I like to be a bad boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
and it must be fun because I know that was me taking off my sunglasses.
Oh.
I know that you you're very locked in, and so when you get to be naughty on the screen, do you know what I mean? That must be a release for you.
Well, when you are in line at the Chipotle waiting to order your bowl of burrito, you must be nice and friendly and courteous.
Yes.
But when you are told, be rude to David Bautista, try to give him a woogie, then you do not have to be nice, and that's fun.
Sorry, woogie is that you're trying to say wedgie?
I don't know. It's when you grab the underwears or perhaps the bikini bottoms of a man or woman and go up.
Yes, and then of course the fabric goes up into the
ideally up into the anus.
Into the fissure. Well, don't say anus. That's not cool.
What did you call it? The fishery?
The fissure, the crack. Yeah,
the fissure.
There's no reason to get to the anus. You can just say into the fissure.
Into the fissure?
Yeah,
like Fisher Price, like the toys, KB toys.
No, FISSURE.
Well,
fissure.
If you say so.
Okay, I do say so.
Oh, okay.
You're in America now, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Our rules, and we know our wedgies better than anybody.
That's true.
Is this true?
Yeah,
we invented them. The wedgie was invented in America in 1915.
Oh, Degrassi Junior High.
That's Canadian.
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Canada.
You're so screwed up.
Are you speaking to them again? We don't know. What's happening?
We're working it all out.
Okay.
Yes, our leader is taking care of it.
Oh, great.
And we trust him.
Yes. Just say it, Conan.
I don't think you have a purpose.
I agree.
On this podcast.
I
think you are without rudder. I think you are drifting, and you say, "What's your next question?" This is you are a tornado of foolishness, of absurdity. What do you mean? What's the next question?
You could have stopped it at "You don't have a purpose," and I would have agreed with you heavily. Oh, what kind of juice? Oh,
what is this? It looks like blood.
This I'm drinking right now.
Erewhon.
Yeah,
I know from the color.
We were sent I did an event recently.
The Oscars, you might have heard of it.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm not bragging about that.
Okay.
It was this, I did an event for the show Severance, which is my favorite TV show right now. I love Severance, and they asked me to host a panel, and then Apple, that show is on Apple, and Apple sent a little basket of apples and some juices.
Oh, how literal.
And I went,
I know.
Of course, I was ripping through the bag looking for a computer or a watch or something. Apples and juices, but they're very good.
Delicious.
And trust me, I do not need any free items.
What? You have enough free items?
No, I don't.
We can take.
What about
we can
us?
take
You
them.
could
You can.
hand
They
them
can give
down.
them to you, and then you can give them to
No,
other
Eduardo
people.
has made it clear that he doesn't want anything for free, and he doesn't want any of you to get anything for free. And I admire that about you, Eduardo.
Not true.
You don't want an order of AirPods Pro?
No, he said no, nothing.
We all do.
We all
I was
do.
gifted recently a vintage 1958 Porsche, completely restored, and Eduardo made me give it back. He said it's not a good look for the company. I said, well, do you want it? And he said, not only do I not want it, no one should have it.
Well, who gave it to you? The United Arab Emirates?
Yes, it's the Emirates.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've done some favors for the Emirates.
I have seen it.
Yeah, I've done.
Why are you still on MySpace?
It worked out for me. Let's just put it
I
that
agree.
way.
Yes, yes.
Now, let's
Put
get
me
back.
in your top 6, just so you know, for future reference.
Let's get back to you because you're the one that people care about. Tell me about the child Flula. How did you become this improbable, ridiculous man? what were your interests? What did you love to do? Did you run through the fields? Did you have friends? Tell me about yourself.
Yes and no. So I did enjoy the fields of running. I had very little friends and very little siblings. By that I mean zero. I didn't kill or eat them. They simply didn't come out of my mother's hole.
And Fisher.
Sorry,
He's a Fisher.
Fisher.
Thank you, Matthias.
Out of her Fisher.
Thank you,
Matthias.
So there was only
My apologies.
zero things came from her Fisher.
Well, no, you came.
Well, I was a
and
Caesar
then you
salad,
waited
so I
very.
came out.
You came out.
I came out as a salad.
So you were the entree. No, you were the appetizer.
I was all three of those. I was like in and out. There's what you get to get a burger. Bye bye.
Okay. So this was your crazy, horrific way of saying no siblings. You were an only child.
Yes.
So you were born and they said there'll be no more of this.
Well, something in German, and I couldn't intelligible it because I was very young.
You're very young.
Yeah.
When you're a baby in Germany, do you cry angrily? Do you go, wah, wah?
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Well, I'm just curious. Wah, wah.
Yeah, it starts that way.
Wah.
Yeah, we have to adjust. It's like a modulation. Sometimes it's screaming. You have to get to whispers.
Ga, ga, goo, goo.
Yeah. And it is in the other direction. You're correct. You guys, I believe, goo goo gaga.
Yes.
We gaga goo goo.
Very good. And people say cultures can't come together and understand each other, but they can.
They can, sexually.
Okay. That's not good.
Just cut that,
So,
Eduardo.
no. We're not. Eduardo stopped listening a long time ago.
Oh, he's left the room.
What did you do for fun? What did young Flula do for fun? We understand that you ran through the fields and that you were alone. We know why,
Yes.
but what were you doing for fun? Did you like music? What did you watch on television? What influenced young Flula?
Well, to say this implies there has been an evolution. Things have not changed since I was young Flula. I listened to CNC Music Factory, things that make you go, Do you know that song? I was
Sure.
at the club, sitting by the fireplace, drinking cocoa on the bearskin rug.
That's CNC Music Factory?
This would be, yes, Colon Civilis or CNC.
Okay.
Gonna make
And
you
they
sweat
made
till
it-
you bleed. Is
Yes,
that
it's dope enough. Indeed.
Indeed.
I paid
Yeah.
the price to control the dice. I'm more precise. To the point, I'm nice. Yes.
Incredible. I mean, this is fantastic. And you, Matthias.
I know.
I lived a
What?
life. I'm a grown man. I've lived a life.
You
Lived
have
life.
lived a life,
Yeah.
a deep life. Did
Yeah.
you grow up also in Erlangen, Germany?
Yes, ja.
Oh.
Ja.
Ach so,
Ich heiße auf Stuttgart.
Oh my.
du kommst aus Stuttgart.
Ja,
Das
ja.
ist doch schön.
Das ist schönes Wetter heute, nicht wahr?
Also ein bisschen
God.
warm, würde ich sagen, aber es ist nicht
I
schlecht.
feel like I'm in Inglorious Bastards, and I'm just trying to hope no one notices me. that I'm,
Und
that I'm an American.
I'll have,
zwei.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you use
this
the
way.
thumb, that's what got him in trouble.
that's how you do it, yes. And this is also, I have nailed a tray. Jason Tatum, your favorite player, yes?
Yes,
From Dublin.
from the Celtics. Yes, he is an Irishman, a good Irishman,
Yeah.
Mr. Tatum.
Yeah.
Originally Mr. Tater.
Oh, I gotta go.
Listen, we're going to talk about you some more. So you would hang out in the clubs. You
I
love
do it.
CNC Music Factory,
Yes,
and you
of course.
still do to this day.
Of course.
Did you like the song "It's Raining Men"? Hallelujah!
Hallelujah,
Men?
it's raining men. I
Yeah.
mean, it's an acceptable
You know
song.
that- I always listened to that song and thought men are falling to their deaths.
Right.
And,
Yes.
You know what I mean?
they
when
all
a man,
die.
They all die,
Yes.
and they land on the happy women who are excited that men are falling, shattered vertebrae.
It's all a very Thelma Louise song, because at the end they will be also crushed by the weight of these men, assuming these men are of normal height, weight, and mass.
Yes, and they've reached a critical speed.
Terminal velocity, literally. This
Terminal
time.
velocity, yes, literally terminal.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is, it's funny.
What
if you
is?
listen to this, not this,
Oh.
but if you listen slowly, you'll occasionally hear something intelligent.
Yeah.
It's like every now and then it's this stew that's just got nothing, but every now and then there's just a little piece of beef.
In the song, it's raining men, hallelujah.
No, in this conversation we're having.
So I should listen to the song slowly,
If you, no,
using those big Bose headphones.
No one's ever analyzed that song ever.
Well, when it first came out, I said, this is terrible. And it scared me. It's raining men. And I pictured men falling from the sky
Oh, yes.
and falling on top of those women and killing them. Because let's say the average man weighs, I don't know, 185, 195 pounds.
It's a lot of pounds.
That's a lot of pounds.
I once thought about the song I'm Your Penis, I'm Your Fire, Your Desire,
Oh,
which
no,
is
no,
also
no,
very
no, it's
disturbing.
not. I'm your
Venus.
It's your Venus. It's not. It's
In
not
Germany,
penis.
it's penis.
Oh,
It's your Venus here?
Yeah.
why would a girl be singing "I'm Your Penis"?
How do you know it's a girl? I didn't see the video.
Oh,
Can I tell you something that I was
Could
always?
be Todd Thompson. What?
This is a real misunderstanding I have. Oh God.
What's
Gotta
wrong,
get through
Conan?
this. I'll be fine. It's gonna
Do you
be
need an
fine.
Excedrin? Is that a sponsor?
You know that song, Hey There Amigo, Days When the Rain,
Brown-Eyed Girl.
Brown-Eyed Girl.
Oh, yes.
Van Morrison.
By Van Morrison.
Yes.
I honestly thought there's a line in it.
Shalana.
No, there's a line where he says, going down in the old mine for a transistor radio, with a transistor radio, meaning he goes down into one of the mines
A metaphor.
and listens to a transistor radio. I swear to God, for years I thought he was saying, going down on an old man for a transistor radio. And I thought, how bad do you want? That better be a great radio.
Yes, that's a fair exchange, depending on the radio.
Well, I mean, this has to be AM, FM at least.
At least have both.
Yeah, and it has to have good speaker system.
And yes, and the man's ding dong is hopefully small.
Why?
What are we talking about?
Once you're there, it doesn't. Does it really matter? Does it really matter what size the ding dong is?
Also, if you're down in a mine, you can't get reception on a transistor radio.
Oh, that's a good point.
This is a
But
bum
the bigger
deal for
point
this
is,
guy.
why did I think that a guy was blowing an old man so he could borrow his
That's
transistor
the
radio?
least surprising
And
part
he's
of this.
receiving the fellatio in a mine?
No, I think it's either man or mine, so it can't be both.
Oh.
He didn't go down into a mine to blow a guy. He blew a guy to get a radio.
Oh.
Okay.
She, can I say
So
something?
location is independent.
This can't air.
Maybe
this won't
he
air.
went down on a mime.
Oh, a mine.
Oh!
Oh.
Yeah.
He went down on a mime, and the mime's just making faces.
And just pointing down.
Oh, and the mime is walking against the wind in place
Against
while he's
the
being
wind.
blown.
Yes. Yes.
And then he's in a box.
Uh-huh.
But then he comes and
He's
he
living
opens
in a
the,
box.
he orgasms and he opens the top of
He's
the box.
living in a cardboard box.
I hate you.
You still hitting delete over there?
I'm not a fan of yours anymore.
Agreed, Conan. I
You
have
know,
never
and I'll
been
tell
a
you
fan
why I'm
of
not
you.
a fan.
Please tell me the reasons.
This was a great podcast. This was my chance to have someone from another nation come on from across the sea
Yes.
and have a cultural exchange. And it's become, and I blame you,
Of course.
because on any ordinary day, this is a very, very, I think,
Regal.
regal podcast.
Yes.
Thank you. That was the word I was searching for.
Of course.
Regal.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Oh, it is? Okay.
One of your dreams, I know, is to be in a James Bond movie as a villain, or do you think you could be James Bond? And this, Matthias,
Yes.
coincides with his. He loves James Bond movies, and I've been thinking about it. You're in great shape.
Thank you.
Good looking. You're
Okay.
the correct age.
Right.
Why can't
Right.
James Bond be German?
Can he be?
Huh.
Can he be German?
Well, I mean, you're putting this on me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Do you want to be James Bond or do you want to be a villain? You'd be a good henchman, too.
I like any of those. I like henches.
Yeah.
I would do any of those things.
I think you'd be an amazing
I think it's going to be a
henchman.
problem to say His Majesty's Secret Service.
His Majesty's Secret
And-
Service.
Yeah,
Hello
but,
to you.
But listen to you.
It's me, 007. Watch out.
You know what? This audition's going very well.
Yes.
Please come in, 007. We have an assignment for you.
Thank you for inviting me in, Penny Money.
Okay. We know that you are, of course, a proud son of England and that you would do anything for the Queen.
I will do all of the things for the Queen and also, to be clear, to the Queen.
Okay. Okay. Listen.
Bond, do come along.
Absolutely.
Now, I mean, it's a little bit of a problem that he's from Germany.
Let's try him out as a villain.
Okay.
So you're Bond.
Okay.
You guys are having your big monologuing moment. where
Okay,
you've
so
got
I have
Bond.
stumbled. You captured me.
Yeah, you're captured.
You're holding me captive
Yes.
in your volcano. It's a volcano that you carved out, and you're
Yes.
showing me how you're going to destroy the world.
Hello.
Dr. Flula.
Yes.
Dr. Flula, I presume.
Yes, hello to you, James, and welcome to my cough. Is that your James Bond?
I don't know.
What is that?
I've got to listen.
I was Connery.
What was
I was
that?
trying to do
Solid
a
effort.
sort of a, well, I'm trying to figure out what my Bond is. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Let me get it.
I think he's.
Hold on.
Is it a Roger
It's
Moore?
your face. Hello.
He's like this. He talks
Hello
like
there.
he's not
Well,
very
it's-
intimidating.
Well, no.
What is this?
Your Bond is collecting butterflies.
Oh.
No, your Bond, just to match who you are. He's like this. He talks like this.
No, that's not my Bond. Don't tell me who my
this
Bond is.
kind of Bond like this.
There's that
Oh.
kind
No,
of
he's
Bond.
not that Bond.
Or you're like, I'm Roger Moore.
Oh.
Well, is that Roger? That's Roger Moore towards the end.
No,
when his
he
jaw
was-
was
End of
falling
his
off.
life.
Hello,
Oh,
I'm
Yeah.
James Bond.
Hello, I'm James Bond.
Oh.
We'll try it this way.
Okay.
Dr. Flula, you seem to have captured me in your volcano. What is your plan?
Yes, Timothy Dalton. Thank you for coming to my volcano that I have emptied out using a tiny shovel for 200 years.
I did notice there are no henchmen. Usually people have henchmen, but I suppose you...
Sorry, but you're like a prospector.
It's so bad.
I like it.
Hold on a second.
Mine's better than yours.
I'm just wondering,
Yes, James.
is there gold in this here hill?
There may be, James.
Now, let me ask you something. Just a little bit of a question for you, Mr. Dr. Flula, if
Yes.
you will. What are your intentions? How do you plan to take over the world?
It's very simple, really, Timothy. I plan to just take all of the television shows, turn them into one big show, and then just blare it out into the sky I can see.
You fiend.
Yes.
This will destroy the world as we know it.
It's called Max, which is the same place Conan Must Go is airing. Season 2, streaming now.
Nicely done.
Yes.
I think that audition went quite well.
You're hired.
you.
You're both hired.
Great.
Amazon
And
called,
listen,
and they've
He's
got their new
hired.
Bond
You're
and their
not
new
hired.
villain.
Let me tell you something. My Bond is fascinating because you never know what you're going to get next.
Yeah.
You can't hone in on,
No.
is he Australian?
Yes. Yosemite Sam.
Is he Yosemite Sam? Is his jaw broken?
Right.
You don't know exactly what's going on
You
with my
don't know.
Bond.
Yes, shapeshifter.
The name's Bond, James Bond.
Yes. You're like, what's a rogue? Cyclops? What's the one lady from X-Men who could be anything but when she was relaxed looked like a seahorse?
Mystique.
Yes, you're like Mystique.
Okay.
Mm.
All right.
Like-
God, you are so well versed in your movies and your pop culture, and you love a video game, don't you?
Oh, I do love a video game.
You like Grand Theft Auto?
I like a GTA, a medium amount to large amount, depending on the amount.
Do you call it Grand Theft Auto?
I go a Grand Thievery Automobile. I think you should say things full names.
Do they have a German edition of Grand Theft Auto where you're on the Autobahn?
You're not because it's too fast. We have a GTA Düsseldorf, which involves not exceeding 35 kilometers per hour.
And everything is kept very clean?
Of course.
And no one breaks any rules?
You are immediately arrested.
Game over.
So you're saying GTA Dusseldorf, it doesn't go very far, right?
If
you're
you break,
questioned very quickly.
that's correct. If you break the laws in GTA Düsseldorf, 2 weeks later, you will receive a fine in the mail directly from the PlayStation that you played on.
Oh, wow, that's terrible.
Sorry, but how's your drink?
It's very good. Please, let's not make it about me. Let's make it about you.
Okay.
I am curious, what's your favorite of the video games?
Of all the video games
Yes.
in the world,
Yeah.
I enjoyed to play a Zaxxon,
Oh,
Zaxxon.
which is a very old school game with 2 X's, involves a fake 3D and a spaceship that goes up and down.
What happens on Zaxxon? I don't
it's
remember
like
that one.
you're kind of like Space Invader style, right? Where you
Yes.
just
So
you're shooting
talking,
up.
this is
right?
1980s technology.
I've told you I have not evolved since I have been Y-Flula, which is short for young
So in
Flula.
1985, someone hit you with a brick, and you have not evolved since then.
I do not know about the brick. Something definitely hit my cranium.
Okay.
Conan, what's your favorite video game? Tell me immediately.
Yeah.
Okay, I will tell you my favorite video game. I have to say it's those World War II, war games.
Oh, like Call of Duty?
Wolfenstein.
Call of Duty. I like those. I like anything where, or I like the World War I Call of Duty. That might be my favorite because there's a lot of biplanes and zeppelins flying around. I just like something that has a little bit of a historic connotation.
Oh.
I'm shocked you answered that question.
Also, I like Slenderman. I know that's a really old reference, but I think it was based on me. And I think I'm the original concept behind Slenderman.
That's a video game?
I
No.
thought it was a film.
I thought it was just an urban legend that then became a film.
I think it was a video game.
Is there?
Wasn't there a video game,
Slenderman?
Slenderman?
And you're saying
could take that
Slender
part out
yeah,
if it
Man?
why
makes
are
no
you saying
sense.
it's Slenderman?
Are there several
Yeah,
Slender?
of the Connecticut Slendermans?
Yeah. He's the one that got me into the club, the Slendermans.
It's the
Computer game, according
Oh.
to this.
Oh.
Okay, well, forget
Okay,
I
there
said
it goes.
it.
No, you got it. You,
No,
you
that
were
was
right.
wonderful.
Well, it's a computer game.
Yes.
So okay, well, listen.
Slender Man.
I want to stay focused.
Okay.
You like to play Zaxxon. You listen to CNC Music Factory. You
Yes.
think that Reagan is just beginning his second term.
It's just now started. Yes, it's 1985.
Right. There's some signs that maybe he's slipping a little bit, but everyone's going, what are you talking about?
He's like, listen, tear down that wall.
Yeah. Oh,
That's all he says.
were you okay with that when he said, Mr.
Tear down.
Gorbachev?
Well, I would prefer to remove it gently, brick by brick,
Yeah. I think that's better.
just for safety reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
The energy I supported. To be clear. Did you not support this?
Oh, no, I did. I was
Oh.
very happy. I thought Germany should be united, East
great.
and West. And so, and
Like the
then-
Koreas. Great.
Well, I would like it if they would resolve the Korean issue as well. I
Great.
think
Enough
it's-
global talk.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, it's getting a little serious here, but if you're going to ask me questions that are serious, I'll answer them. Yes, I do wish that the division between North and South Korea ended. and it was one country.
What about the Carolinas?
I think no.
That's impossible.
That's
correct?
impossible. The division between North and South Carolina.
If anything, there's going to be a third Carolina.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tar Heels,
Dakotas.
Gamecocks, and someone else.
And don't get me started on the Virginias.
Yeah.
Virginias, yeah.
West and proper.
Yeah. Hey, don't say that. West is the only Virginia as far as I'm concerned.
I disagree, friend.
Snap.
Really?
Yeah.
Snap what?
Shots fired.
You got the power.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You don't know Snap?
That's a sound of a fire shot, yes.
You were a fan of coin collecting. I'm going to switch topics quickly.
Yes.
Because that's what you have to do with Flula to keep it going.
Yes, buffalo head nickels.
Now, when did this begin?
Wheat pennies.
What?
Wheat pennies.
Oh, pennies that have the little shafts of wheat on them.
Shafts?
Huh? Sprigs?
Oh, yes.
Why do you derail everything I say? There are pennies that have little pieces of wheat on them. I just said shafts of wheat, and you derailed the whole thing.
Well, sorry, but a shaft to me is a very different item than a piece of wheat. But yes, wheat pennies.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm the one in the wrong here.
I've never heard shaft of
Yeah, I
penny,
haven't
but I
either.
think we all think of dicks when you say shaft.
I was
right?
thinking of a penis. Yes, a
Penis.
ding
Yeah,
dong. Sorry.
It's a ding dong. Sorry. It's you said shaft. So we all didn't know you were talking about wheat. We thought you were talking about
Hey, Conan.
penis.
Someone says
A
they're
ding
gonna
dong.
the elevator's not available today because we're working on the shaft. You immediately think there's-
penis.
Wait, but in this.
That's what you mean. You have to work on the penis to
taking a
fix the
sex break.
elevator.
Mechanics
Okay.
work on the
You know what?
elevator.
I'm gonna try hard to make this better. You collect these coins.
Yes.
What else do you, besides the buffalo head and the wheat pennies? What else do you collect?
But-
What's your most valuable coin that you have in your collection? Flula, answer quickly.
I have none of value, but I did once have a bicentennial quarter, which was made in 1976 to celebrate your bicentennial, which is 200 years of being America.
Yes. Yes. It was quite a long time ago now, of course, but I would think that would be a very common. It wasn't that long ago.
No,
You know,
it's worth 26 cents. Conan, are you a collector of items?
I really am not.
Oh.
You could say I have a guitar collection.
Oh, but I shouldn't.
Well, you'll be punished if you do.
Oh.
I have a lot of guitars. I didn't seek them out. I sought a few of them out, but mostly over the years of musical people coming on my show and seeing at rehearsal that I played guitar or was trying to get better at guitar, they would gift me a guitar. And over the years, I've amassed a bunch. And at some point, some of them are quite strange.
Oh.
And I want to share them with the world at some point and tell the story behind some of them. Some of them are incredible. And then some of them are quite absurd and ridiculous. A guitar I got, I believe, maybe from Sweden, which is made with a bathroom scale. Is the base of the guitar, and then there's a neck coming out of it, and it's a functioning bathroom scale.
Nasty.
Some of them are look like my face. I don't see the value of that. But
delicious face.
But also some really great guitars.
I smell a new podcast, Conag.
Conan O'Brien needs a guitar.
Yes.
Oh, it's not a guitar where I'm nagged and hectored by.
No.
Okay.
No, it'd be very supportive where every time you receive a new diddly-doot.
Guitar.
Yes.
It's not called the diddly-doo.
Well, it's shorter to say diddly-doot.
I don't think so. I think guitar is faster.
Everyone knows what I'm saying when I say diddly-doot.
Yeah, I don't think
It's
they
not
do.
a clarinet.
Okay.
It's not a tuba.
Okay.
It's a guitar.
What do you guys call a tuba?
A tuba.
The tuba?
No, a tuba.
Okay.
What do you call a tuba?
We call it the taiben.
A taiben?
Yeah.
Oh.
Listen, you are. I don't know. I can't get a beat on you. It's like trying to push down on a moist seed. It
But
just
you're putting
squirts
it
away.
all on him. I think you're bringing a little of this in.
Because
You are.
no.
You're doing
Excuse
it.
me. I am not.
You
I
said
am.
shaft of wheat.
You did
knew
say
where
that.
that went. Yeah.
No, I didn't. You think everything I say, if I said like, oh, look, there's a red balloon, you're like, oh, here he goes with his dicks again. I mean, not everything is a penis.
I thought that meant diaphragm, but yes, it's fine.
I'm going to ask you something. You keep a diary, I'm told. And I'm
How do you
going
know
somewhere
about-
with this
How do you know about this?
because I borrowed it last night while you were sleeping.
Oh, so that was your entry?
Yes, that was my entry.
Why?
I
What's
came in
your
through the-
obsession with termites?
I came into your apartment and no, you keep a diary. You're a loyal keeper of a diary, but you don't call it a diary. You
Nee.
call it a,
Also ein Dankbarkeitsjournal.
what's that?
A Dankbarkeitsjournal.
I thought it was a Tagebuch.
Also ein Tagebuch is a daybook. Yes, you can call it a diary.
Well, why did you call it something else? I did research here. I had people watching you for a while. I'm
Thank
sure you're familiar
you.
with that.
I know. I left my door unlocked.
You keep a diary, or as you call it, a Tagebuch.
Ein Tagebuch.
Why do you? why do you keep a diary? Are you journaling in this diary? What are
Yes.
you writing in your diary?
Every day there are 3 things that are wrong and 3 things that are right, and I have to write about those things, and then I do it. Then I fix the things that are wrong, or perhaps leave them be and cry about them and move on.
Okay.
Do you not have a Tagebuch, Conan?
I don't write down the things that are right and the things that are wrong. I don't understand that part. I mean, I have
Really?
to-do lists like, oh, I should do this, I should do that. Sometimes I write down my feelings.
Wrong.
Another podcast with, Matt and Sona. Boy, they really get in the way and they
Well,
stop me from being my true self.
Well, that's correct. Yes. They are holding you down.
Yeah.
Oh.
Think of the heights I could scale if it weren't for these monsters.
Some things in my Tagebuch.
Yeah.
Eduardo, what's he up to over there?
Nobody knows.
Fiddling with his dials.
What are those for?
A chef.
Yes, chef. See,
Okay,
there you
stop
go
it.
again.
Eduardo, you're better than that. Everyone looks up to you on this podcast, and now you've done it. Your favorite superhero
Yes.
is Spider-Man.
How did you know this?
Because I looked in your diary, and it says
Dear diary.
Flula
Yes.
loves Spider-Man.
Yes.
Or Flula Spider-Man, or Mrs. Flula Spider-Man. You just dream about Spider-Man all day long. Why
Yes.
do you like Spider-Man the best of all the heroes?
I like that he has limitless webs because if he's super hungry, he can also just go.
You can eat the webs?
If you're a spider, absolutely.
I guess it's fiber.
Ah.
I never thought of that. Maybe the webs are like a hardened cheese.
Of course. It's like it's a Munster.
A Munster.
Mhm.
Is that the right way to say it?
Also, I say Münster, yes. What do you say?
Now I say Munster.
Oh,
I
thank
say
you.
Munster. If I see the umlaut.
Yeah. Or a UE is also like an umlaut.
You guys, you have a great language. You have an umlaut. And I love the umlaut. And I wish we had an umlaut in this country. I bet you carry an umlaut with you wherever you go.
2 periods. Yes.
And, but it changes Munster to Munster.
Münster.
It's fantastic. Do you like an umlaut?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
I love a umlaut.
Yeah. My favorite's the Denver umlaut.
The
You know what? Let me tell you something.
Oh, come on.
I'll tell you why I'm funny, and then
I
I'll tell you how I'm funny.
can't-
Adam
we're-
doesn't even know what's happening.
We're bringing you down.
Adam-
You just said Denver
know.
umlaut. You owe everybody an apology.
You know what's so funny? Adam is always usually very supportive. He's supportive 98% of the time. Today, whenever I speak, he looks like he's having gas pain under his sternum.
Oh, I assumed he's deathly ill.
Yeah. And you're not the problem, apparently. Apparently,
Oh, no, I am the problem.
You think so?
Yes.
I think you allow my stupidity. It's your fault.
I welcome it and love it and hug it and spoon it.
All right, then.
It's my favorite thing, Conan.
I don't want to get too personal, but how's your love life?
Listen, I'm dating currently a techno whole note.
That's right.
Oh, what?
It's 4 beats of delicious techno at 102 BPM. Consistent, reliable. I can pause it, mute it, turn it up. It's delicious.
So can I hear what it sounds like for a second? That is what you're dating.
Yes.
Okay. Does it have a name?
Mm.
Okay. You're a fool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always wanted...
Say it.
I've always wanted you
A
to be in a
wagon.
relationship. Yeah, I know you. You're a good-looking Germanic fellow. You're in the clubs.
In the clubs, yes.
You've got
50
this
Cent.
incredible, abs.
Oh.
You're probably dating a different BPM every night.
Oh, yes. I will switch it up quickly. Thanks, Spotify.
But don't
Do you want to date him?
Very much.
Okay,
Say
I
it, Conan.
figured.
Very
Because you're
much.
just going on and on about him. It just sounds like
He's a dreamboat.
Are you in an open relationship, Conan?
My wife would like me to be.
Oh, she's insistent.
My wife has suggested several times, actually several times a week, that maybe I'd like to explore other possibilities.
Conan, let's go visit a proverbial coffee bean and tea leaf together.
Oh, I would do that anytime.
Oh, I mean proverbial, though.
Oh.
Yes.
So you're talking about something else?
Yes.
Oh.
You know. Your tea bean, my leaf.
I don't know what to do with you.
Same. Listen.
You know what that's funny? They give me pages of what they think I'm going to talk to Flula about.
Yes.
But none of it. What good is this? That you can't have notes when you talk to Flula Borg.
Don't do it.
No, don't do it.
Don't do it, Conan.
And drugs in the 70s and 80s, just don't do
Yes.
it.
Put that frying pan away and also that egg that you cracked on it.
That's your mind on drugs.
Mm-hmm.
No one knows what we're talking about.
They don't know it.
No, it's been too long.
It has been too long.
Do you like your life? You a happy fellow?
I'm a happy man. Are you a happy man, Conan? I'm concerned.
God, he's so good at turning it back on me all the time. Yes, I'm a very happy person. Oh, you're reflecting back on me with your shiny gluten pouch.
My gluten pouch, meine Bauchtasche, yeah.
I am a happy man.
Okay.
I believe I am.
You've had some recent, very exciting newses. I don't know when this is airing. They were recent to me.
This won't air. You'll never hear this.
Oh, great.
I will bury this. This will be put deep into a salt mine in Utah.
But you recently... where? Provo?
Don't you ever look at me and say Provo.
I'm so sorry. I cannot.
The one thing I will not have is someone yelling Provo at me in a German accent.
It's your safe word.
Yes, I've had a good year. I've had a good run.
You won Marcus Twain. You won an award made
Mark Twain. He's a famous American
anarchist.
humorist.
Oh
no, he is not an anarchist.
Oh,
he was an American humorist, and it's a very nice thing that happened. I was honored by my fellow members of the comedian community.
Oh, wonderful, the CC. So it's not a man that invented twine like Alfred Nobel invented dynamite?
No. And using your logic, Alfred Nobel would have invented Nobel. So you're an idiot.
Which is a book that is much shorter. It's half of a novel.
Okay. Why speak to you, I guess, is the question. Or why even continue? You, yes, you brought up I've had some good fortune lately, but no one wants to hear about me. They want to hear because they want to hear about Flula Borg, a man who grew up in, where's it called?
Erlangen. Oh, no, I like your guess. What was your guess?
Grebenheiden?
Grebenheiden, yeah.
You grew up in a small village.
Grebenheiden.
Where not only are the shoes wooden, but all the clothes are wooden.
And all the Heidens are Greben.
Yeah. Greben and Schluden. And you decided one day you would leave your father's cuckoo clock factory.
I said bye-bye to you, birds rotating in a circle.
And you said, I will come to America and find my future.
Those are my exact words.
Yes. And then you said, I hope I have enough. And you reached into your pockets. And you had some rare coins, some wheat coins.
Some wheat full of shafts.
Yes. Reach down into that deep pocket of yours.
Yes, it's so deep.
Shafts of wheat. And then you also, there was probably a hazelnut in there, a little treat for the...
Of course.
And then you took a boat, I believe, to come to this country.
I did. There were several planes available, but I selected a boat.
A boat,
yes.
A boat.
And then I accidentally won a hype man contest, and then that was my decision to come here and do a professional thing called whatever this is.
Yeah. You, I would imagine, be a great hype man. Don't you think you'd be the best hype man?
I think so, yeah.
Well, can I hear some of your hype man that you do in the clubs?
Hey everyone, it's me, Flula Borg. Welcome to your concert. If you're excited, raise one or both of your hands. If you have two. If you only have one, then raise one. If you have no hands, oops.
You shouldn't have worked in that factory.
Yes.
You know, you were my hype man because I did a tour a couple of years ago, a bunch of very funny comedians. And
me, yes.
No, you were hilarious, but you would also be a bit of a hype man for me.
Yes, I was very supportive of your journey as a stand-up comedian man.
Mm-hmm. And also you would do the crowd work. You would go into the crowd with a microphone so that people could ask me questions.
I did.
And my favorite thing is whenever you tripped or had trouble making your way through the crowd, you go, Scheiße, which is a shit, but it always cracked me up.
Accurate. And happened all the time.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm very uncoordinated.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That means you have no accordion.
Yes, exactly. Accordion free since 83.
Okay, I don't know. This is either a very good episode.
No, it's the worst episode. I now play trombone, Conan. Trombone. I've released a children's album.
You have?
Yeah, it's called,
No, I don't know. I don't know what it's called.
Oh, what's Slippery When Peeled?
Okay, you should be detained by authorities.
I look forward to it.
When was the last time someone looked at your papers and decided whether you should stay or not? Because that's a thing, that's a real thing that's happening now. And I think we should look at your papers.
Well, thank God I have just a passport, which is just a book. So the papers I don't bring out with me anymore. Also, I'm going to make a stand-up comedy special, Conan.
Oh, when's that coming out?
I don't know.
You're very good at plugging things, aren't you?
Yes.
When's your special coming out? I don't know.
In the future, Conan. I will tell you all about it.
Okay, well, you'll be back.
Oh, okay, great. Does that red light we can stop mean?
No, that means we've reached the 1/3 point.
We still have 2/3 of that. So we've 2 sections equal in size to the last section?
Yes.
It's like a hockey game.
Yes, exactly. Now we have to do, if that was 40 minutes. We
Yes.
have to now do
80 more minutes.
80 minutes
Yes.
of inventing German words like Aufenkleider.
Yeah, so Aufenkleider is a very interesting thing. It's what you use to hang certain sized jeans.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you told me that I take stabs at German words and that occasionally it's a real word or almost a real word.
Yeah, Augenlider is what you said, which is like an eye smoothie.
Yeah. Smoothie made of eyes?
I don't know. You said it.
Okay. Flula, what's next for you? What are you working on now? Because I know you have, a fan base. People want to see what you're doing. What's coming up for Flula Borg? Are you going to be in a movie, a television show? Are you doing a show anywhere? How can I get the word out about Flula Borg?
Thank you for this very long question, which included several guesses. Conan, I will be in a movie called Champagne Problems on Netflix. It is a Christmas rom-com.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
great. Champagne Problems.
Champagne
Who are you in
Problems.
that with?
I'm also in it with Minka Kelly.
Oh, I love Minka
Ooh.
Kelly.
Yes, and others.
Ooh, you're going to get an angry message from and others.
From who? We don't know.
Yeah. And looking forward to that.
Yes.
You enjoy the acting.
I enjoy to act very much, Conan. It's a nice way to escape into something and say bye-bye and then come out and say hello.
Yeah.
Have you seen Shawshank Redemption?
Yes, I have.
It's a wonderful film.
Now you're promoting Shawshank Redemption.
Have you seen it?
Yes, I have.
Oh.
Many times. I think
Zihuatanejo?
Zihuatanejo, yes.
Zihuatanejo.
Yes, yes, in Mexico.
I support Morgan Freeman as an actor. I think he's very talented.
Well, it's been debated whether he should be allowed to act, and your support will be a key
Vote.
vote.
Yes.
Vote.
Yes.
A vote.
Vote, yes.
If I could stop you, Flula, I would.
Please do it.
But I think you're unstoppable. You're an unstoppable force of nature.
That's only because I outweigh you by 13 kilograms.
Flula, I thank you for being here, and
I apologize for all the minutes we spent together. We can never have those back.
I adore you. I'm going to say that in all seriousness. I'm going to look you in the eye, Flula,
Thank you.
and say that whatever you're selling, I am buying, because you are a hilarious, hilarious gentleman, and I really enjoy you.
Likewise, Conan, thank you for having me and letting me join this table. Everyone now making eye contact as if we are drinking beverages, which is very important when you cheers.
Yes.
Rule, that's one thing to remember, listeners of CONAF. Available wherever podcasts are located.
Okay. Now I feel like I'm being mocked.
What?
This is over.
No, I'm promoting your show to
I'm gonna-
ensure its longevity.
Do we have security? Can someone escort him out? Oh, you're going to do it, Eduardo?
Please do it.
Oh, God, this guy's going to toss you around like a rag doll. Hot. Get out! Get out!
Okay, I'm leaving. Bye.
Put in some footsteps. And now, can you, Matthias, can you add some going downstairs sounds?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot my fanny pack.
Ooh, that's kind of sexy. That sound.
Bye again.
And then more. Yeah.
More footsteps. Okay. He's done them for us. All right.
Hey, Sona, you're taking a trip to Hawaii soon, yes?
Yes, I am. Yep.
This is a whole family thing?
It's a whole family thing. All four of us are going, and we're leaving Oki with my parents. And so I am thinking to make some extra cash on the side, I'm going to put my place up on Airbnb.
That's smart. I'll tell you why. Why just let your place, which is very nice, sit there?
Yeah.
I think you Airbnb it while you're out of town.
Yep.
And then you make some money to buy, your husband Tack, some cool Hawaiian shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
He loves Hawaiian shirts.
Good looking guy in a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's so smart. If you host while you're away, you're basically offsetting some of the cost of your own vacation lodging. It's the circle of life, if you think about it.
That's true.
Hosting is a unique way to save money while you're traveling, and it's super easy. Here's the thing. Your home might be worth more than you think it is. Find out how much at airbnb.com/host. Do this, Sona. I really want to see Tack wearing a lot of new Hawaiian shirts when you guys get back, and I want it to be cash you made from
Yeah.
Airbnb.
Okay.
This message is brought to you by Apple Card. Each Apple product, like the iPhone 16, is thoughtfully designed by skilled designers. The titanium Apple Card is no different. It's laser etched, has no numbers, and it earns you daily cash on everything you buy, including 3% back on everything at Apple. Apply for Apple Card on your iPhone in minutes, subject to credit approval. Apple Card is issued by Goldman Sachs Bank, USA, Salt Lake City branch. Terms and more at applecard.com.
It's tradition that we have Flula sit in for the third act segment here
Wonderful.
on the podcast.
He is such a good guest. I enjoy him so much. I always say, why would we have him leave?
When he has nothing else going on professionally.
Well, I checked. You have no automobile.
I don't.
And you have...
I'm a pedestrian through and through, yes.
And I don't think you have an apartment.
I refuse one.
So anyway, he's going to help us out today. And what are we doing?
Well, we're going to do a Review the Reviewers where we go to Apple Podcasts and we find a review and we read it. And we kind of comment on the review that's commenting on this show. So you can join us with any opinions or any thoughts you have on this.
I may offer feedback to the feedback.
Exactly.
So meta.
Yeah, or you may have thoughts about how this podcast could be improved. I'm just assuming you're a huge fan.
This is from listener KP in the Boston area. 5 stars.
Kristaps Porzingis.
You know him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Title, Best Podcast to Listen to During an MRI.
Oh, I didn't know he was injured.
I'm sorry you had to find out this way.
Yeah.
You need to check up on your friends a little more.
I feel very bad. Sorry about that, Kristaps.
I had an MRI recently, and the technician offered to let me listen to music on the provided headphones during the procedure. I immediately asked if the Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend podcast was available, and it was. Really helped keep my mind off the loud sounds of the MRI machine and claustrophobia. As I left the appointment, the tech said I did great. Then after a pause, he added, "No one's ever requested Conan." Well, I say that more people should. Awesome podcast. I love you guys, and I'm sending extra love and support to Sona and her family. Hugs.
Oh, that's very
nice.
sweet.
That is very sweet. My first question would be, I would love to watch the images of a brain that's listening to this podcast. What happens to the human brain?
Just a flat line.
Yeah.
It might be. I don't know.
Yeah.
They might start to see areas of the brain light up that aren't supposed to light up.
This is kind of insulting.
Why?
If I'm going to be honest, because you have to be extremely still in an MRI, which means this person wasn't even giggling a little bit.
Yes.
Well,
They
we
were
don't
just
know that.
listening to it.
Maybe this person was laughing really hard. Their head was moving around, and they didn't get a really good scan.
Well, the technician said that the person did great.
Do you think that technician cares?
You have a
The technician,
Right?
You do have a point.
The technician said that.
This guy was lulled to sleep by this podcast.
Shit, I didn't think about that.
The calmest patient he's ever had.
I said I've never seen
I hear
someone.
they've been playing this podcast during massages at massage parlors and spas.
You know, I've heard that they play our podcast when someone's having eye surgery. And if they move even a millimeter, they'll be blinded for life. And they say people were just completely rigid, unmoving, and almost frozen.
Did you hear in the new Mission Impossible when he's defusing a bomb, he requests our podcast?
Yes. Let's play season
Tom
3.
Cruise's hand is shaking just slightly, and he goes, "Play something." And disengaged. Wow. You defused the bomb at 35 seconds. Not the required 1 second left for most action movies.
Thanks, Conan.
Oh my God.
You know what? That's terribly insulting. I took it a different way. And then what I heard that you didn't hear is no one ever asked for Conan.
Oh, that's true.
That's the part I heard.
think they're used to getting music, so maybe you're the first ever podcast.
I might be the first podcast.
Yeah.
I might be the first podcast that's been listened to during an MRI. And you know what that stands for?
Yes, Portland Trailblazers.
Okay, you need an MRI.
Definitely, yes.
You have you had a checkup recently, Flula?
I'm having a dentist appointment tomorrow.
Okay.
Shall I request a Marie?
Yeah. Yes, you should. I would be fascinated to find out what would happen if they could get inside your mind and look at it.
Yes.
I bet it would be just a lot of little gears made of chocolate turning around.
Both
you know?
of you guys, like that exchange you had during the earlier interview, if you were both hooked up to MRIs during that,
I think the MRIs would get up and leave.
Yes. Just a deep
They'd be like the
boss.
two grumpy men in the Muppets.
Yes.
They'd just leave.
Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau.
Yes. Okay. Grumpy old MRIs.
Yes.
So we think that this guy was very still and didn't laugh at all during the MRI.
Correct, yes.
They have to be very still.
Hey, maybe it was one of those really serious podcasts I do.
Don't you do an ASMR episode once a week?
No.
Oh.
That's me trying to be funny.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah.
Eduardo, cut.
No. So you often listen to my podcast and think I'm just trying to make noises.
When I have insomnia, it sounds like you're trying to open like a bag of Skittles. Then I'm out.
That's me talking to Jeff Garland.
Oh, that's what that was? That is literal white noise. It does work.
A bag of Skittles. I love the way you say things. I
thank
really
you.
do.
Things.
You enhance words.
Things, yes.
No, just in general. I love the way you speak. You know what I'm talking about, Sona?
I do. It's cool.
Oh,
I like
I
it.
heard you say it when I said boat.
Boat. When you say boat,
Boat, yes.
I just love it.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
Yes, Jaws.
From the film The Mouth.
No, it's called Jaws. Not the mouth. It's Jaws.
Okay.
What do you call E.T.?
What? Weird guy.
Okay, weird guy. Weird guy. I think weird guy is just as good.
Yeah.
Weird guy is just as good as E.T.
Same syllable amount.
Well, okay, yes, that's a good point.
Steven Spielberg's weird guy.
Steven Spielberg, weird guy.
Yeah.
Seminal movie.
From the guy who brought you the mouth.
Yeah. If you like the mouth, you'll love the weird guy.
What's Saving Private Ryan?
Watch out, here it comes.
It's just true.
It is true.
Close
They did
Encounters?
come. The Americans came.
Oh, yeah.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
Oh, here they come again from outside.
To the third degree.
To the third degree, yes.
Oh my God.
Oh.
You would agree then. I mean, what would your review of this podcast be? What would you say? Would you give us 5 stars?
Yes. Dear Sona and Matt and Conan, I love very much your cast of pods. It is what I listen to during all of my surgeries, elective and otherwise. Please keep up the silent, non-emotional work.
That's a wonderful review.
Yes.
Flula, thank you for joining us for this segment.
Hey, thank you for having me for this segment as well. Review the reviewers here on Conaf.
That's Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend.
Yes, of course.
Yes. Well, thank you once again, Flula. You're free to leave, and we'll add some sound effects of you leaving.
Okay.
And this time in wooden clogs.
Yes, very German, sure. Bye.
Oh, I thought we were doing it.
You did it. Nice.
But that was a horse.
No, it's good. That means I don't
You
have
got
to
a
do
horse
any of these.
going.
That was a horse.
One of the things that stands out about you, Ezra, is your ability to write a melody, I think, is very rare. You write some beautiful melodic turns throughout your music, and it catches me and always reminds me how hard that is. I think it's a very difficult thing to do, and it's a rare gift.
Oh, well, thanks. I mean, that's also, I wait until I have a song where I feel like it's got a melodic hook, and that's probably one of those things that, especially in pop music, like you can get pretty sophisticated with chords and stuff, but usually the people want something simple and memorable. And a lot of my favorite music is like that. And sometimes I can overthink stuff about what the production's supposed to be like, or the references or the lyrics and stuff. But in some ways, it's just either you have a good melody or you don't. And sometimes you got to wait for it. But yeah, that's the most fundamental thing.
Without getting too technical, what's your process? Because your lyrics are so good, and it's crazy to say they're literate, but they are. They're very smart, and they're really well crafted. And I think, okay, are you sitting down and write it? Do you get the melody first? Do you write that, or can it happen in any order? I just basically want to know how to do this, and I'm not leaving until you tell me.
The truth is, I really don't know, and that's why I'm not prolific. That's why even when there were times where once or twice I wrote something that ended up being part of somebody else's thing. Like once there was this demo I made with Diplo and turned into Beyonce song. So a lot of people were like, oh, do you want to do more pop writing? And like just deep down, it was kind of an exciting idea, but deep down I just had this feeling like, I don't know if I can go subject some pop star to just me sitting there and be like, now we wait. So because I don't have a lot of good ideas, like certain songs, Oxford comma, I sat down at the piano in my parents' house and I started, who gives a fuck about an Oxford comma? And I was like, oh, it sounds like something.
Yeah.
And then since then, it's a good question. I'm trying to figure it out too, because I don't want there to be 10 years between every album. But the one thing I know that kind of works for me is when I have no inspiration or something, I just keep a running list of phrases I come across, words on my phone. So that way, if I sit down at the piano or the guitar and I start playing something and nothing comes to mind, I can always scan that list. And see, like, there's a song on the new album called Prep School Gangsters. It was the New York Magazine cover story from the 90s. And it was always such a, it's kind of like a classic cover, and the phrase was always so like funny and evocative to me. So, you know, once I've started working on something, I looked through the list, Prep School Gangsters, and so it started to come together. So that's the only way I know.
Do you ever think, okay, what if, God forbid, you put all of your money into a bad theme restaurant and it's all gone, and I'm going to pitch you a theme restaurant when we're done here, and I really need you to put all your money into it.
Okay,
but do you ever think to yourself, what if I had to take this ability that you have, this talent I have, and I just had to make money to put food on the table? And I mean, I had people saying like, okay, Ezra, Wendy's wants a jingle. They want a jingle, and it's a triple patty, right? And the meat hasn't been frozen, and they're using a new kind of cheese, and that's really fantastic, called Lundlader, and you got to give us something. And you're like, damn it, I want braces for my kids. I've got to do that. I have to. Do you ever think, if you were in that position?
I don't think you understand rock music.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
And it can be. Have you lit a lot of jingles?
I guess I'd like to think that if when push came to shove, I could make Wendy's proud. And I'd like to think that.
Let's get the Wendy's. I don't know if you're listening.
And because in some ways, maybe the over the last 16 years, the thing that I've tried to protect and grow is my kind of artistic indie sensibility, because that's what I've needed. Whereas in an alternate lifetime, if I could have like suppressed that and turned it into something more utilitarian, like, I like a challenge. That one time, once the director of the new Peter Rabbit movie asked me to write a song, and I was like, okay, let me like really try to think about what it means to write something for kids. And the truth is, a lot of times when I've thought about what another job I'd like besides music, it's been a little bit like marketing in the food and beverage space. So I really would like to put this together. White Claw, if you're listening.
Wendy's.
I would never guess that your side hustle would. I just think the marketing of food and beverage is something that we need to get into. And you're talking to the rest of the band, guys, listen up. No, I bring it up because people talk about the great music of the 60s, and obviously there was so much of it. What doesn't get mentioned a lot is I do think some of the best music of the 60s was television themes. There are incredible television themes that came from 60s and 70s television. There's a lot of terrible ones, but the good ones are fantastic. They're just great scores, and you think that's people that were like, all right, what are we doing today? You know, okay, what's it called? It's called Mission Impossible. It's called Hawaii Five-0. It's called The Wild Wild West. It's called The Flint. All right, let's go.
Yeah, and they had to just churn it out.
It's called F Troop, and you and you think I'm kidding? Listen to those songs. They're fucking crazily good.
Oh yeah, totally. And there's something inspiring about that, and also the songwriters of the 20s and 30s, or that image of like a couple people in sweater vests sitting at the piano with the
grinding it out.
Grinding it out.
Yeah,
there is something really appealing about
Tin
that.
Pan Alley. Yeah,
you know what? What's tough is just like it's just the other side of the coin from what I've been doing. So maybe I've never really known how to kind of like do both.
Clearly you don't have to, and this is not something I'm suggesting, but it is funny how
I'm thinking about it really seriously.
No, but what's interesting to me is when I started my career in 1985 with my writing partner Greg Daniels, we were put in a room on this TV show. It was called Not Necessarily the News, and I remembered early on they just wanted little sight gags from us, little visual, like non-sight gags that they could put music over that people could perform. And we would sit there and we would just grind on these things, and our desks faced each other like we were just two bankers grinding away. And I went off to do all the weird stuff I've done, and Greg went off to do The American Office and Parks and Recreation and King of the Hill. And he's just, been this machine turning out all this great television. But we started out doing this very, hey, literally like I would picture someone just throwing a sandwich into the room and we would, and then get back to work. And, but I don't dislike that part of my career, but it was write some jokes, write some gags. Come on, you two, we'll shut the door. And at the end of the week, you better give us 75 gags. All right, we're on it. And that's what it was. And so I've always been kind of fascinated by that side of things. And so I'd like to reach out. I'd like to reach out to Wendy's on your behalf.
I love that. And even just that visual of you guys just at the desk. I've always wanted a little more deskiness in my world. At some point I became a little more mystical, and I felt like the Vampire Weekend's its own thing. It'll tell me when it wants the song, as opposed to what you're talking about. But I've always loved, in fact, there's the French band Phoenix. Mm-hmm. So I know them very well, and they were working on their last album a few years ago, and I happened to be in Paris. I went to visit them at the studio. For that album, the studio was the Louvre.
Oh my God.
I mean, oh my God.
It sounds like I'm just like making up French stuff, but they somehow they had a connection, and maybe because it was like the tail end of COVID, they were
connection.
They were.
Hey, you want the Louvre?
Yeah.
I got the Louvre. You want the Louvre?
So literally, you'd go to the Louvre and you would enter the arts and decoration department, and somebody from the museum like took me up. I remember they were like, "Oh, that's Napoleon's chair." So I walked past Napoleon's chair, and then they were just in a room. Anyway, I'd never actually seen them working on an album, and they had a desk in the middle of the room with like 4 laptops, as if they would just like sit down at the desk. And there was something about I'd never seen anything quite like it. There's just the spatially. Normally in a studio, everybody's kind of looking at the screen, and so you're probably sitting. When I work with like Ariel as the main producer, I work with, his back is to me. Maybe I sidle up behind him a little bit, but these are just 4 guys at their laptops at a desk. It for all it could have been like working on like a takeout app or something. But there was something I remember at the time
they do also have a successful insurance company.
Yeah, but I just love that vision of just
the university,
them sitting down at a desk. Like, what are we doing? The same idea of just a couple people throwing around ideas.
Well, first of all, I'm going to make sure, I'm going to talk to Rashida. We're getting you a desk.
Thank you.
I can get you an iron desk from the 50s.
Oh, great.
You guys come out of the gate with this great album, which you had essentially just made yourself. You made that album yourself while you were all working full-time jobs.
Yeah.
So it's not like you were signed and brought into this slick situation.
No, and in fact, we experimented with remixing some of the songs to see like, are we missing some kind of professionalism or something? But it just didn't sound as good. So yeah, it's really not, the version that came out is not particularly different than how it sounded when we were selling CDRs at our shows.
So you come out with that first record, and then it seemed to me like you were very interested in not having there be any slack, coming out with more material very quickly. And that was a pressure. Did that come from you? Did you feel this pressure, like, we've just got to keep this going?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was obsessed because I'd been working full-time. I was a public school teacher, 8th grade English in New York. And it felt like a big deal to go, tell the principal, I'm going to go on tour with the band. So let's say that's probably June that year. I taught a full year, and I'm like, I'm going on tour this summer, so I don't think I'm going to come back. So it felt a little bit high stakes to have this like brief moment of success. So it felt like, let's keep this going before I have to go back to being a teacher or something. So yeah, I put a lot of pressure on myself and the whole band to try to get our second album out quickly. I was obsessed with that.
You really didn't want to go back to teaching. How awful were those kids?
There were. I have a lot of affection for the kids, but it was a very difficult job.
Yes.
And also I just felt like we had this rare opportunity.
Sure. Yes, so no one can begrudge you wanting to be a
30 kids can.
Yeah. Gee, he's a huge star.
So there was definitely felt like we had to keep things going. And then also, the putting out your first album, in many ways, it was a big success. But then, of course, you're dealing with criticism and haters for the first time. So then there's also that part of you that felt like you wanted to continue to show more dimensions of the band as quickly as possible.
Yes. Yeah.
Because our first album, it's very, it was the perfect first album for us. But, you know, it was also so kind of youthful and collegiate and kind of like cheery. And it always felt like such a great starting point. But yeah, I was anxious to show like different shades of the band.
Yeah. And people, well, music critics especially, and everybody loves to say it's the sophomore slump, you know, and Lorne Michaels told me many times that they did the first year of Saturday Night Live, which is October 75 to summer of 76, you know, June or whatever, and then they break for the summer. And he said every season after that, like the second season, all he heard was not as good as the first.
Yeah.
Like, what the one with the Muppets? You know, like, no. What do you mean? Steve Martin doing King Tut's like the third or fourth, you know?
Right.
But that's all he heard. And then of course, it was not as good as, you know, 1975 to 1980.
Right.
Then it was not as good as and it was just, it's something that follows you, which is what I prefer is you've never been good.
Right. And you never will be.
And you never will be. And I'm like, Dad, we've had this conversation. So there's this pressure to come out. You do 3 albums, I think, in a relatively short time.
Yeah, within 5 years.
Within 5 years, which is, you know, by today's standards, that's moving. That's moving quickly.
Not as fast as the Beatles, but when I look, which in some ways is what something people always say, we're like, well, you know, they made, you know, it was 6 months between the White Album and, you know, whatever. But yeah, it felt fast. And also for me, I kind of remember like I turned 30 when we were finishing up the tour for the third album. Mm-hmm. And, you know, there were so many reasons why I think a band's first 3 albums tend to have like, there's just something really special about the first 3. You can look through so many bands where that represents a unit, a trilogy, whatever. Our first record deal was a 3-album deal. So there was so many ways in which after that intense 5 plus a couple year period of touring, it felt like, okay, turning 30, that was like a speed run through my 20s. The band is now in a different place and time for a break.
And then 6.5 years?
Yeah.
What did you do during that time?
I did also...
Account for your time, young man.
I mean,
I want to see receipts.
Yeah.
Guilty.
You know, I did
all
all sorts of stuff. I mean, you know, working on music, trying a few different things. It's a little hard to remember, but I remember thinking that the 6 years felt like nothing, you know? And I still kind of feel that way. And in some ways, when I look back, I feel like we did it right, which is like, yeah, in your 20s, do it as quickly, like push yourself to go as quickly as possible. But that pace into your 30s, let alone your 40s, is insane.
Yeah.
I can't relate to it. I don't want it, you know?
I am so aware that so much of stuff that I've done is because I had to, just because I was part of a machine where you need to do another one, and then you have to do this, and then you have to do that. And that there was if I did shows when I felt like I might have done like 5 shows. Oh. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like there's something that and I don't know if you've had that. I'm sure you've had that creatively, where it's just sometimes creativity can happen in so many strange ways, but sometimes the good thing comes really easily, or sometimes it comes when, God damn it, we need another song.
No, totally. And I've actually, I struggle with it a bit just because I used to, when the ideas wouldn't come or something, I used to feel more anxious, like it's important, we got to get this album going. And then I learned a little more how to calm down and how to chill more. And then it stopped mattering to me that much how quickly things came, which is very like positive for my life, but not positive for the output. So I'm a little bit now like, it comes when it comes. We'll see. I've never regretted the amount of time between albums. Like looking back now, so now, you know, we started this in our early 20s. This year I turned 40. Mm-hmm. It's a bit of a milestone looking backwards. And I think, all right, we have 5 albums out. If I'd been like a little more of a nut and probably gone harder and pushed harder, well, maybe we'd have 7 albums out, 8. It just, what difference does it make? You know?
You've got an amazing body of work. You've got a great body of work, and you can keep adding to it. But you're right. I think, first of all, I think I'm getting better at chilling.
Yeah, you are.
I think I am, definitely. But I had a major problem with it for a long time.
Well, you had a crazy job for how?
Way too long. Years and years and years of craziness. And I think there's no way, having kids just changes you. It changes you so much. And then there's a while where you think, wait a minute, is there be creative versus be happy? And then it turns out, well, no, that's ridiculous. There's a way to do both. It can just come in so many different forms.
Right.
But when I'm not creative or I do work I don't like, now I can blame my children.
That's why you had them. Right?
You robbed me of what could have been genius. You should do that. You should just yell sometimes. Yeah. Just yell. You've robbed me of a great song.
I mean, there's also something funny about songs too. Like, I'm not trying to be too negative, but I've always looked at other, I think there's comedians who've done like great work late into their life, and directors and novelists and stuff. The number of people who recorded their best albums in their 40s or 50s or 60s, the consensus would be there's not a lot of people who have done that. So there's also some part of me that feels like, well, if you only get a certain number of songs in this life, like really wait for them, spread them out, and don't rush through it.
Right. I remember very well the first time I met you would have been when I was towards the end of my original show, the late night show in New York. I was very excited. Vampire Weekend's first album had come out, and it just hit me over the head in the best way. And I have very clear memories of, being nervous about I got to move out to LA. There's a lot of unknown stuff coming my way. I'm transitioning out of this job I've had for 16 years, and then your guys' album came along, and listening to those songs and walking around the Upper West Side of New York and just being so happy. I just loved the music so much, and then heard that you guys were booked to come on the show. And I was excited the way a fan would be excited, not, oh, yes.
That's how you normally
are.
Normally
I'm like Mr. Burns. yes. This rock and roll will keep those youngsters happy. Kenny, is it? Hey, is that the name? Ezra, eh? How do I know that name? Anyway, I was very happy, and you guys came on. And again, in that situation, we didn't really get to talk.
Right.
But then go through that whole Tonight Show madness, and I go on tour. Sona was with me for the tour.
Yeah.
And I forget where we were, but I heard that you guys were willing to come, and I think I know for a fact that you did Walcott.
At Radio City.
You did Walcott at Radio City, and I was so excited about that, because that's one of my favorite cuts on that album. And when you guys said, yeah, would you play Walcott with us? Everyone kept trying to talk to me about the comedy that we were going to be doing. And I was like, shut up. I'm going to be playing with Vampire Weekend. I've got to get this right. And you were like, well, yeah, but we're going to really turn you down a lot so you don't fuck it up. But anyway, that was a big deal for me.
Oh, it was very meaningful to us too.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Oh, we're growing up. We're huge fans of yours, and you really are like our target demographic.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
You specifically, just Conan O'Brien. No, but even a guy from Boston walking around the Upper West Side. When I think about the early albums and like the imagery and how our kind of like love of the East Coast, or forget about love, just heritage, like just East Coast band.
Yeah, but also some of the references to, well, especially in Walcott, you're talking Cape Cod, and I so distinctly remember listening to that album and getting hooked on you guys, and then have been a fan ever since, and so happy that you could come in. And I also got to hang with you, our mutual friend Rashida. We're
more than friends, but
have you met Rashida?
Right.
Yeah.
Mutual friend.
Mutual friend.
You're both married to her? What's going on here?
Mutual wife.
Yeah. But I remember you guys came over once, and we sat out on the deck. We were looking at the beach. I think at the time, my wife and I and kids had this place in Carp, and you guys came by, Carpinteria, California, and it was on the water. And you guys came over and you introduced me to White Claw. I remember you and Rashida brought White Claw, and I didn't know what it was.
Was that a big mistake? You've been pounding the
we
claw.
Can't get him off.
I need my White Claw.
I've been in rehab 11 times.
Each for a different flavor.
But remember, you came up the steps.
Yeah, that's right.
It was this really small house, and you and Rashida came up the steps, and you went, we brought White Claw. And I thought, what's White Claw? And you went, try it. And I thought it was going to be, and what I remembered is, you need to drink a lot of White Claws before you get a buzz. That's what I remember, mostly.
Yeah, it's like a beer. Maybe even
lighter than a beer. I think it's
beer.
less alcohol than a beer.
Yeah, it's funny. I remember that we brought White Claw, but it's not like we drink it often. We must have. I think at the time, I was particularly interested in White Claw because that was the summer that there was this stat going around the music industry and probably the beverage industry that White Claw had outsold beer at Lollapalooza. That summer. So I think I was like, well, that's interesting. I'm like curious about it. So we must have been talking more about White Claw and I don't know. That was probably the last time we drank White Claw.
I was afraid that you did that because you thought, Rashida said, we're going to go see Conan O'Brien. And you thought, oh, then we need to bring alcohol. That it was some weird Irish slam. Because you also brought potatoes.
Right.
And Lucky Charms.
And Lucky Charms.
Corned beef.
Pants made of burlap. And a shovel.
You know what? It was just White Claw season. And I think we just all wanted to get in on the fun.
There was that one summer that was a White Claw. They talk about Brat Summer. There was like a White Claw summer.
So what was
exactly.
it? And by the way, we are not getting any money from White Claw. What was it?
But we'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Sure.
Some free White Claw.
Yeah.
But
no, we don't want that.
Did kids like it because it had less? I think it had less
it's
alcohol.
Like lightly alcoholic seltzer.
Yeah.
I think it's low calorie. Tastes great. And also since then, there's.
And I remember you kept saying, Conan, you should really drink low calorie drinks. If you're going to stay on television. I remember that very clearly.
Yeah, that's why we brought it. I'm sure it's still huge, and there are a lot of competitors now.
Yeah.
So whether or not White Claw is still on top, I pray they are. But whether or not White Claw is still on top, they clearly tapped into a need in the marketplace, which now everybody from Topo Chico to any sparkling water you can think of has entered.
Yes. Well, I love that your interest in music expands to what will people be drinking who are in the audience. Like, that's cool. It's not just the writing and the singing and producing and the playing of the music, but you're also thinking about what are they drinking? What are they having?
No, I'm very into beverages and beverage history
and seating arrangements.
Yeah, things of that nature.
You study the seating before you play anywhere. Make sure it's just right.
Who are the ushers tonight? Is it that one guy?
Yeah, I don't like that guy.
It's got to be perfect.
I don't want him on the aisle.
Hi, my name is Eric Idle, and I feel horny about being Conan. You're supposed to take that seriously.
I only laugh because I don't want to cry. You're always cornering me at some party, grinding up against me in front of your wife, the lovely Tanya.
Well,
it's awkward.
That's the closest she gets to sex.
It's watching the two of us go at it. Oh, well, lovely then. Perfect. I could not be happier that you're here. You've been on the podcast before. You're one of my favorite human beings on earth. I will say that without reservation. He hates a compliment. But as you know, I've been telling you for years and years and years in my opinion, there's Python and then the rest of us are just dicking around. So I mean that. And I want to say this right up top, that you have brought this book in that I adore. It's called The Spamalot Diaries. And you we'll get to that in just a second, but it's fantastic, and I encourage everybody to go out and get this book because it's a joy. It's a real treat, and it's about the process, and that's one of the things that I adore about it. But first, let's talk about how much you admire me. I've allotted 40 minutes.
Well, you should know how I feel about it. I think you're...
I can't even...
Nothing yet.
Yeah,
I think you're one of the funniest people on the planet.
Oh, that's insanity. We're not doing that.
No, it is. And that was a surprise to me because I always thought you were hilarious, but then I saw you do stand-up at the Largo, and you killed me.
Oh,
and
thank you so much.
I've forgotten that obviously you've been doing stand-up for millions of years when you
Not
weren't
really.
around.
I never did classic stand-up, but if I'm in front of an audience, I'll try anything. And
Well, you're like me. You're shameless in front of an audience.
I am. Oh my God. My God. It's.
But you're much funnier than me, and
nope. But anyway, let's make this about you. I'm cutting it off. I don't like this. This is about Eric Idle and
You just invited me to say something nice about you.
Yeah, but I thought you'd take that.
You guys really are horny for each other. Get a room.
I thought you'd take that opportunity to shit on me, and you fucked it up. I've had one of the best things that's happened to me in my adult life is getting to know Eric on a bunch of occasions. And then Eric, I know you've moved since then, but you would have me to your home. Your lovely wife, Tanya, would be there. Your daughter, Lily, would be there. My wife and I, Eliza, would go. And you'd put together this salon of really funny, cool, musical people. But one of the things that always grabbed my attention is I'd walk in the front door and there was a poster, and it was from university. It's from 1963, I think.
It is from 1963, and it's from the Edinburgh Festival. That's my first public performance.
And it's you as a squeaky young lad, and it's a giant
I
photo.
think of a handsome young man with the world ahead of him,
Okay, squeaky might not be the right... I meant you were clean, squeaky clean.
Probably, yes.
But it's this poster from 1963, and it's when you're getting started. This would be easily 6 years before Python, but you're just getting started. And I always looked at that. Every time you had me over, I would look at that poster and kind of time travel back to this other time when all of you guys were getting started and finding your way. It's before you all found each other, and it's magical.
That's not quite true. You see, oddly...
That's true. You had worked together, yeah.
Quite by chance, I had already met John Cleese.
Mm-hmm.
I had already met Graham Chapman, who was at St. Bart's Hospital studying to become a fully qualified alcoholic.
I like a person who really does their work.
Puts the time in.
Yeah, puts the time in.
And I met at Edinburgh Terry Jones and Michael Palin, who were doing the Oxford Review. So in 1963, we'd all met, with the exception of Terry Gilliam,
right,
whom no one has yet met.
You can meet him, but you still haven't met him. Yeah, I would look at that and just think about, this is a document. This is I'm a history buff and I'm also a comedy buff, and to look at that poster, it was always hard to lure me away from it because I just thought, this is fascinating. This is, that's the year I was born. And I wanted to put that in just to accentuate that.
But it's also the year of the Beatles. So
it's the year of the Beatles in England, not the year of the Beatles. In America, we think 64, but it was 63.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah. At the Edinburgh Festival was the first time all the girls were playing all their records and going, what's all this about? What's all this about? So
yeah. These guys with this weird hair that are living from Liverpool.
Absolutely. And then they came through Cambridge the year after, and everybody changed. The whole world changed. We used to wear little old tweed jackets with leather pads.
Yeah.
Suddenly we're wearing Beatle jackets and saying, who's your favorite Beatle?
Yeah.
So they actually did literally change the world after that Edinburgh Festival.
It's funny. You can look at college yearbooks and high school yearbooks from 1963. You could, in the United States, if you look at a high school yearbook from 1964, everyone's got buzz cuts and horn rim glasses, everybody. And they all look kind of the same. And then you look at the high school yearbook from 1965. There's still the occasional guy with a crew cut who just can't get the message. But everybody else has that hair. It changed everything. But we'll talk about the Beatles another time. I want to talk about
The Rolling Stones.
The Rolling Stones. They took the blues, which is deceptively simple form, and they transformed it.
I have a theory, issue that Python, because this was all rock and roll, came in just in those years, and the band used to be in the pit, and then they came up on the stage, put on tight trousers, started to play loud music, and all the girls chased them, and the comedians had to wait in the wings for a while. But my theory is that Monty Python became the first mock and roll group.
Yes.
Because we did stadiums, we ended up playing the Hollywood Bowl, we did O2, we were the first ones, and the second was, of course, Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Because they had they brought rock and roll into it.
Yeah.
So the comedians were all fighting back then.
It's funny you say that because, and then I guess I'd be third in that line.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I came along and people were like, women were like, I gotta fuck that guy.
No, they're just saying fuck that guy.
Oh yeah. I misheard it.
Yes.
I misheard it. Now you're right. Okay, I got to get the hearing checked. But you know what?
When I first did SNL, the first time I did it, my first guest was Joe Cocker, and Belushi came on and mocked him. So that was actually really mock and roll.
But this is an interesting trajectory because your good, dear departed friend George Harrison famously said he felt the Beatles break up sort of, I think, technically in 1969, at beginning of 1970. That's right when Python is hitting the air. And George Harrison said he really felt the spirit of the Beatles was passed on and went into Python. And I thought, did you guys ever talk about that? Did you talk about that with George?
We talked about almost everything because when we met, we just talked all night and we just talked for about 2 or 3 weeks. But like, what was it like being in your group? What was your group like? What was your John like? But I think that the secret of it was that America.
Your John. Everyone's got to have a John.
What happened in America was when the Beatles first arrived in America, what made everybody love them was they were funny.
Yes. Yeah.
And there was this guy called Ringo with a big nose, a funny name, the funny haircuts, and everybody knew Ringo first. That's the first name they knew. But it was their humor at that airport conference that broke them in America. I'm convinced of it. Yeah. And so, in a way, they were just as funny as we were. They just were all Liverpool comedians, really. Yeah. But they went the wrong way.
They went the wrong way.
They went on the dark side.
They wasted their time in music when they really could have been a sketch troupe. Yeah. They really could have been a sketch troupe. And it's sad when people take the wrong turn, but what are you going to do? You said in Python there were disagreements. I know in my comedy career, I just became, with all my different collaborators and creative partners, arguments and fights. And you'd come down to, if someone else was listening to it, they'd think you were insane. You talked about how you'd all argue in Python about, is this the right chair? No, this isn't the right chair. Or no, the dead parrot should look like this. It shouldn't look like that, because that's not funny, but this is. And I remembered Robert Smigel, one of the just genius people I've been fortunate to work with over the years. I remembered once us going back and forth, arguing about something forever. And this is maybe 30 years ago. And I said, no, but it got a big laugh. And he went, yes, but that's not the kind of laugh we want at that point. And I was thinking, it's a goddamn laugh. What do you mean it's not the laugh we want at that point? But I also understand what he's saying, And so, but anyone else listening outside the door would think, these two idiots, what is their problem? But I think that is the common thread just in this process, if you're trying to do it right, which is...
I think it's a fascinating process. And I had some very good mentors. We used to write jokes for David Frost, and I had Barry Crine, Dick Voss, for people who taught me how to be, what to do and how the ropes. And then you find your own companions who then become argumentative. It really was very argumentative. I mean, sometimes huge blazing rows would break out. But I think that's because if you don't care, it's not important. Yeah. And I think I was not very good at standing up because I was a solo writer in that group. And I remember, and that's why I think I got on with George. He was a solo between two big forces of Lennon and McCartney.
Right.
And I was between, Mike and Terry wrote, and John and Graham wrote. And I remember when George came out to the filming of The Life of Brian he'd paid for, he said, "How's it going?" I said, "Well, it's all right. It's hard to get on screen, with Michael Palin and John Cleese." He said, "Imagine how it was trying to get into the studio with Lennon and McCartney."
Mic drop.
Said, "Okay, you got it. I got it."
You think you have problems.
Yeah, exactly.
Cry me a river. This is, and we don't have to talk about this, but it's something that as a lifelong, someone who's been so influenced and awed by Python, I think of it as sort of Santa Claus, like a child. I just want to believe that everyone's getting along. And you and Cleese famously lately have had your disagreements and that have come out in public. And I know I'll think, I don't want mommy and daddy to fight, but that's childlike of me because you're human beings that disagree and you've known each other a long time.
We don't disagree about comedy.
Mm-hmm.
This is only about money.
Yeah.
This is only about business.
Yeah.
And there's no reason. I mean, a fool and his money are easy parted, six of us, much more quickly. I mean, I think there's no right or wrong way to deal with business. And if somebody has one view of it and somebody doesn't and somebody has another, those can lead to very bad arguments.
Yes.
And unfortunately, we don't see each other enough. I haven't seen them in 10 years. And if
It's
you
been
don't
10 years since you saw John?
9 since John, 10 since Mike. If you don't sit across the table and know that person and what decade they're in, I think there's a lot of room for disagreement. We're just old. And it's like we never disagreed on the very important things, on what was funny.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
But that was a while ago.
There's a misconception that anyone could have, which is, wait a minute, Monty Python, the most, in my opinion, influential show of all time. And then that led to these movies, which are, in my opinion, flawless and beautiful and fantastic. And that you've all gone on to these things. And then, of course, Spamalot, a huge hit. And you talk about how there's this perception that, everyone in Python must be driving around in Bentleys with cash, in convertibles with cash just flying out. And that you say, we're all touring to keep, at this age to keep it going. And that's a misconception that people can have. I
think so because, it sort of depends what sort of deals you have. And nowadays residuals are becoming a thing of the past. They've got rid of all the music residuals. You've got Spotify and YouTube, everything takes everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very difficult. I don't mind it because I quite like doing what I do. I quite like going out there and making people laugh, see if I can still make them laugh. Because I think that's a sort of little joy that we get.
Yeah.
I think it's a secret little joy. We're all comedy junkies, laugh junkies. And so I'm about to go and do a tour of Australia and New Zealand, and I've got some really wonderful surprises. I like surprising people. I like making my shows about something. Mm-hmm. So there's like a through line. I was with Professor Brian Cox last week, and he said he's doing a show, and he said, "What's yours about?" And I said, "Mine's about the meaning of life." And he said, "Well, so is mine." I said, "Yeah, but mine will be deep."
The thing that's special about the Spamalot Diaries is when you were putting Spamalot together, and this is 2004, and you kept a diary of the entire process of putting it together. You then set the diary aside. And I remember going to your house when you and Tanya were packing it up to leave, to move to a different house. And in that process, you find the diary that you had forgotten.
I had completely forgotten I'd written it. I completely forgotten I'd kept it. And I read it and I gave it to actually Puddles, Puddles, his wife, to read. And she said, "This is great." And then I gave it to my wife and she said, "Oh, this is fantastic, because what's interesting about a diary is you don't know what's going to happen. you don't know it's going to be that thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to be successful. And so it's full of anxieties and arguments and rows, and it's the process.
Yes, this is what I
keep
love.
saying about it. It's a process, not a miracle.
There's this misconception, and maybe it's appropriate. It should be this way. People love to think they're going to come in and they see something miraculous and that it just happened. And maybe that's the way an audience should look at it. But what's amazing is you read through this diary, because I think, well, oh yeah, Spamalot, massive hit, sold out forever. So of course, it just happened. You read this and you see how much work, anxiety, rewrites, and the creative wrestling between you and the director, Mike Nichols, the famous Mike Nichols. And you have emails in here, you have notes back and forth, there's disagreements with other, or sometimes friction with other pythons. And you're just like Job, you're just going ahead trying to make this thing happen.
I think that's what's interesting, because and I'd forgotten about it. I was just writing every few days what I was feeling.
Right.
And so it's this kind of a direct form of honesty. And I kept in the rows because I thought, no, people mustn't believe that the artistic process is just, we'll have a cup of tea and we'll make this thing.
Right.
There are conflicts. People need to be angry. We used to row in Python about what sort of chair it should be. That's not a funny chair. This is a funny chair.
Right.
No, this is a funny chair. So I think those are important. And so I kept in, particularly the row early on with Mike, because I thought it was very important for people to understand it. You must maintain your vision of something if you're a writer and you're doing a play, and the director doesn't have every say.
Yeah.
And fortunately for us, we'd been friends for 15 years.
You and Mike Nichols had met.
We'd just been pals. We'd been on holidays. We'd had the best of times. Been to the theatre, been to places all overseas, and we had never had a cross word. And then suddenly we're working together, and it's a completely different relationship, obviously.
Yes.
Now you're that person, he's that person. And I thought, well, I'm going to leave that because I think it's important to know that people establish who they are and then they can move forward.
I guess the part that is most fascinating to me is the statement that one of the themes that comes through in the Spamalot diaries, and this applies not just to Spamalot, but to Python and I think just to comedy and all work, is that fighting, arguing, is an essential part of the process. Turmoil, anxiety is part of the process. And I cannot tell you how many, when someone tells me, oh, I love to write, I just love writing, I think you must be a terrible writer because I don't that's not my process. And my wife is a very good writer and she will tell me, oh, I hate it. It's miserable. And I'll say, right, exactly. Yes, that's what it is. That's, keep going. But that's what it is.
I think if you're content with what you're writing, you're not very good. And almost all great writers, I think Graham Greene said he'd written one or two sentences he was quite proud of.
Yeah.
Sentences.
Yeah.
I think all writing is like that because you're trying to capture flies in aspic. It's really a very difficult thing you're doing. You're putting down life in this code, 26-letter code.
Yeah.
How does that possibly even work?
Yeah.
And how some people have the gift of making you just read any sentence about anything, and you just pick up a book and you just read them all the way through because of the way they write. I find that fascinating.
I read a biography recently. There's a wonderful biography of Mike Nichols, and you find out, his childhood and his experience fleeing Nazi Germany, coming to America, kind of remaking himself. He famously had alopecia. He lost all of his hair, all that, having to wear a wig.
Not speaking English.
And he completely remade himself into the coolest, smartest, most urbane guy doing comedy along with Elaine May. The sheer, not just talent, but will to, and the amount of struggle and pain you have to go through to remake yourself as Mike Nichols into that. And then I think you yourself we've talked about it before in the previous podcast, and you've been very open about it. You have a very difficult childhood in many ways.
Yes. I think that's an advantage in art. I think, but nobody had a more difficult childhood as Mike. And for me, there's a new book about the making of Virginia Woolf, and which he's in. And I'm amazed it's his first film.
Yeah.
And he's standing up to Harry Warner and saying, no, it's going to be in black and white.
Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? He wanted to shoot it in black and white. He's got the two biggest stars on earth, Richard Burton and Elizabeth Taylor. And he's a young punk who's never directed anything in his life. And he's telling the biggest man in show business to fuck off. And so the ball's on that guy. Absolutely incredible.
Unbelievable. But it's based on some kind of his perception of what should be was really pure.
Right.
If Mike said something and you thought it wasn't quite right, you go, oh, it's not quite right. I never had any doubt that sometimes he would. He was the most fabulous friend of help. He didn't write, but he wrote with you in a sense. He'd say, well,
I think I heard you say once that it's.
Did I answer a single one of your questions?
No, but that's not the point of this.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I was.
No, you're doing very well.
I was homeless. I was anxious.
No, but this is my method.
Okay.
And this is my way of helping you.
Okay.
By not answering the questions, you're answering the ultimate question.
Wow.
Yeah, incredible.
That's a fucking trip, man.
Yeah. I own that quote now. Hashtag Conan wrote that.
You're Howard Stern's favorite interview. That's got to feel good.
It does feel good.
That would be my Oscar. That'd be beyond an Oscar.
I'd prefer the Oscar. Because if I had an Oscar, you know what I would do? I would have it bolted to the hood of my car. You know the way people always act kind of coy, like, oh no, it's at home or it's in the broom closet. I would have it mounted on the hood of my car and drive around and then act surprised when people notice it.
If I had a Cable Ace Award, I would be doing that. I would duct tape it to the front of my door.
I love that you even know what a Cable Ace Award is.
I came up through the Cable Ace Awards. The Cable Ace Awards raised me.
Wait, your mother was the Cable Ace Awards? You suckled at the teat of the Cable Ace Awards?
The Cable Ace Awards shaped my worldview, brother.
Let me explain to our listeners who are very young
that reference.
And doesn't know what a Cable Ace is. But a long time ago, they had a separate award show for cable, and it was really looked down on. Like now, HBO just gets the Emmy like anyone else.
Yeah.
But back then, it was the Cable Ace Awards. And when I first got to L.A., I was nominated for a Cable Ace Award, and I went to a Cable Ace Award show. And it was my introduction to the world of, because I was working on an HBO show, but it was back when you got HBO at an like, I want to watch HBO. Let's go find a motel and check into it. But I went to a Cable Ace Awards and I've never been to an award show before. I'm 22. I'm from Boston by way of Ireland and Lebanon, and I'm excited. And I'm sitting in the audience, and someone came out with a headset and a clipboard and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, at the top of the show, the group The Temptations are going to come out," or the Four Tops.
Yeah.
I forget which, but let's say it's the Four Tops. The Four Tops are going to come out. They're going to sing a medley of their hits. They'll be dressed as spacemen. They will have pretend laser guns. The lasers will be added later in special effects. When they all in unison point a laser, all of you please go, ooh, as if a laser has been fired. Thank you very much. And I was like, what? And then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cable Ace Awards 1985. It's the Four Tops. Sugar pie, honey, ho, sugar pie, kazoo. And we all went, woo! Sugar pie, you don't want to be kazing. Wow! And I thought, oh, show business is complete embarrassing bullshit. It's the most embarrassing. I wish I was an attorney. I wish I was a tax attorney who worked in a big office tower.
Oh, shit.
I'm just sad for everybody.
Insane. That's insane.
But that was the Cable Ace Awards. And so, how could you're so much younger than me? How do you even
That's
know?
not true.
Yes, it is true. You are 20 years younger than me.
No, I don't believe that.
Okay. Well, I know I look amazing. I mean, I fucking look amazing. Can you tell? People can't see right now, but I'm not wearing a shirt, and my chest is oiled.
That's you should be like, my eyes are up here, honey.
You know what would be fun is it just occurred to me right now, and this is more in your territory. But if I could figure out a way that people didn't recognize me, but I went to a bodybuilding competition, but with my body, but we'd oiled it up, and I wore the like, you know, really small bathing suit, and I just come out and I'm flexing, and it's not that I'm. Just would people boo?
No way. They would eat it up. They would eat it up.
No, but I've done. Yeah,
but you take a Viagra, so you're pitching a tent. Give people a little show. You know what I mean?
Have you had pranks go awry, or maybe or you're in it and it's not happening the way you want it to go?
Yeah, that's all. That's every day. That's every time you shoot a prank.
Yeah.
Going awry means different things to different people. So going awry,
going awry can be great.
Yeah, going awry is. Yeah. I'm in the going awry business, but it not getting anywhere. The prank being a dud happens constantly. You have to shoot so much more than actually airs. I think Bad Trip, probably we shot. The final movie, you're only seeing like 30% of the stuff we shot.
Right.
Like that.
Well, that proves the thing I've been saying forever, which is to me, most, and it doesn't just apply to comedy, but when you see something that you really like, it's all about what you didn't show. Because I do think there are people that would look at your stuff and think, yeah, that just, anytime you go out and do anything, it's all going to be magic all the time.
No, 90% of it is unwatchable. Garbage. Trash.
Jesus, take it easy, man. You okay? You still have those pills? Are they handy? Can you get to them?
I crush them up. I snort Zoloft.
Don't snort Zoloft.
Yeah! That's not how it works. No, in a few weeks it's going to kick in, man.
I wish that you would get on a mood stabilizer so powerful that it was a giant pill, and like a horse, they had to put it in a tube and blow it into your mouth.
Why? Why do you want that for me?
Because it would just be funny for me. You're like, it's time, Eric. And you're like, oh shit. And you open your mouth and they come in with a big tube, and they get a veterinarian to do it. Or else they have a dart gun that they chase you with it, and you're trying to get away. Get him in the carotid.
Like I'm Harambe or something. Yeah. I got a 3-year-old in my hand, whipping him around. Yeah, I'm with it. I'm okay with that. So, I wish drinking was good for you.
Wouldn't that be great?
Oh, it would solve all my problems. It was rich with vitamins and antioxidants.
Yeah.
Turns out ethanol is poison.
Yes.
It's concentrated poison. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
I also wish regular exercise shortened your life.
Yes. I wish exercise shortened your life. Drinking alcohol.
Can you imagine going to the doctor and he's like, what are you even doing? Well, I jog. I also do weights 3 times a week, and I try and get my heart rate up at least 6 times a week. Okay, we got to stop that now.
Like,
are you drinking? Well, water. Oh, God. No. Sugary, fruity rum drinks. You need to drink so many of them that when you wake up in the morning, you wish you were dead. You wish that you were dead.
He's got a pina colada machine behind him. You're going to need this. Back in the day, doctors would smoke cigarettes in the office. Yes, of course.
Yeah, while they were talking to you about your lung x-ray.
That's insane.
You know what's crazy, though? There are these people like Winston Churchill, obviously an example of that guy.
That health nut?
He hated vegetarians. He called them bean eaters. Those bean eaters. But he ate and he drank constantly.
Yeah.
And all he'd eat was like roast beef and Yorkshire pudding.
Yeah.
And he's drinking and he's power smoking cigars all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Dies at like 94.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he lived a really long time.
It's not fair.
And all these friends of his around him were saying, Winston, please get a hold of yourself, man. And one of my favorite quotes is Peter O'Toole, one of the greatest, actors of all time, late in life. They said, "What are you doing now that you've retired?" Like Sir O'Toole, because he's been made he's knighted. And they said, "What are you up to these days? Because you're acting less. What are you doing?" And he said, "How do you spend your time?" And he said, I attend the funerals of friends of mine who took exercise." He's a legendary drinker. Just drank his way through the 60s and like all those guys. So.
And George Burns, cigars till he was like 101 years old.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Is it all genetics? Is it just a genetic crapshoot?
Yeah, they do.
Or should I start doing HGH now and all crazy?
You should.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson kind of drugs.
I should. That's a myth. It's all pure with Dwayne.
He's 75 years old and he's ripped. No, what do I do?
Well, all joking aside, I do think it's been shown that the cigarette thing is probably a gene, meaning there are people genetically, I don't think they've isolated that gene, but there are people who can smoke and they're much less likely to get any kind of lung cancer. My guess is that Keith Richards is like one of those people, It's
insane to inhale the combustion of tobacco.
Yeah. Steadily since 1957. I think Keith Richards started smoking in the crib, and then but
what about all the drinking? Winston Churchill was like, he was like Jack Kerouac. He was like glug 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 glug.
That's another thing too, where I think he was drinking throughout the day, but not. He was not Jack Kerouac. He was not a blackout drunk. He was not drinking and like that. He was drinking in a different way. He was drinking in this sophisticated English imperialist way.
It doesn't make any sense. He was drinking. It's 5:00 somewhere is his quote. He would drink gin like all day, wouldn't he?
I don't think it was glug 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 drinking. That's all I'm saying is, and I also think it helps when you're an imperial power.
Okay.
when you're colonialists, they're just there's something about that system that preserves the organs.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, everything I'm saying.
So should I take over a country?
Yes.
Should I take over like a small Caribbean island, make a monocrop?
Yes, and system? if you exploit their resources for your good,
cobalt.
Exactly, and then underpay them.
Yeah,
you can drink all you want, and you'll live forever.
Hey, all right.
I like the way this is going.
I'm off to Papua New Guinea.
You are an essentially good person, but I keep convincing you to get a hedge fund.
Yep.
Be a slumlord. Become a slumlord.
Eat expired Zoloft.
Yeah, and then colonize other countries. For your own good.
All right.
If that's all you take out of this thing.
Hi, my name is Eric Andre, and I feel moist about being Conan O'Brien's friend.
Fantastic.
Sopping.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, it's quite humid in New York City.
That ain't what I'm talking about, brother. Don't you dare backpedal.
I backpedaled out of that one fast.
Don't you?
I'm still going to chalk it up to weather conditions and not
whatever helps you sleep at night.
Not my sexual charisma.
Oh, baby boy.
You launched into this room full of pep and energy, and you are jacked. You're in good shape.
You're
in great shape.
I'm not in great shape, but I'll take it.
You are.
No, I've been drinking a little bit. Okay. When I drink, I get a little pudgy. I don't drink, slim up.
You slim up real good.
But I had my 40th birthday party
and
a month ago.
And it lasted for a month.
And
you went crazy.
I like cocktails. What can I say?
What's your favorite cocktail? What do you like?
All of them. I don't know. It's kind of like, what's your favorite album? It's an unfair question. And
You're right.
I'm insulted that you would ask such a thing. No, I like a rum old fashioned.
I like rum.
I like
rum a lot.
I love rum. You got a pirate kind of vibe to you.
I do have a pirate vibe, and when I'm on rum, I just sprout an eye patch and a pirate, and it just grows out of me, and I love rum.
Yeah, it's fun.
And then I like to fight people.
Yeah, a lot of rum history started in Massachusetts. Massachusetts was a huge rum producer back in the day.
Back in the day.
So you got it in your veins, brother. Are you from Massachusetts?
Well, originally from Ireland, but then we hung out in Massachusetts for a while before.
You weren't born in Ireland.
No, but it's so funny.
You're from Boston, aren't you?
Yeah, I am from Boston, but it's so funny because my name's Conan O'Brien and I look the way they do. So many people think, so you're from Dublin, and I'm like, no, I grew up in Massachusetts, but
you were born in Ireland?
No, I was born in Massachusetts.
So why did you lie to me?
I didn't. What did I say? Did I lie? I don't think I did. I'm asking the judge.
He goes, I started in Ireland and then I moved to Massachusetts. You did. Thank you.
You did say I started in Ireland.
Yes.
And then we came over to Massachusetts.
It was very strange.
That's weird. I subconsciously lied to you. Why did I do that?
You're strange, man. You're drunk on rum.
Well, I'm going to say right now, this is a Coke Zero. It's got nothing in it. No, I started out in Lebanon. Then it was off to Ireland for my dreams to come true. Then I made my way to Boston because I heard that was the show business capital of the world.
Oh, yeah.
Turns out that was a mistake.
Oh, right under the Sitco Stein. That's where everybody...
It all happens.
That's where it all happens. That's where they film Goodfellas and Godfather.
All good movies start right underneath the Sitco sign.
Right under the Sitco
next
sign.
to Fenway Park.
That's right.
Okay, I'm going to make sense of this because we have things to talk about.
Tell me everything.
We can't be screwing around. This is a serious interview.
Do you feel distracted? Am I creating a distracting environment?
I think you should go. I think I want to continue my interview with Eric Andre without Eric Andre because you're distraction.
I'm sorry.
You're getting in the way of my interview with you.
Yeah.
I love you. You're a great.
I love you too.
You're
man.
a very funny man. You're a very creative man. You're a force for good.
Thank you.
I was very excited that I'd be seeing you today. I think the last time we talked, it was over Zoom, and then today you come bursting in the door.
Yeah.
We hugged.
Yeah, we kissed.
I felt we kissed for quite a long time. You became moist. I felt your musculature. Then we fought for a bit, which surprised me.
It didn't surprise me.
It shocked me. You took the first swing. I blocked it, came right back.
It was,
and then I was doing major kickboxing on you. You were shocked.
Remember? I did Taibo. I did Taibo on you, which isn't a good defense.
No, it's a very good exercise.
Great exercise, not a good.
You weren't even facing me as you did Taibo.
I know,
and it made me easy to hit. I just was hitting you with a chair, and you
pummeling me. I'm bleeding out.
And then you started doing squats as I punched you in the face. I don't know. I don't understand any of it. But
and now we're here.
Very, very, very happy to have you here, and so glad that your show is. You got a new season of the show coming out, which people absolutely adore. You've got great people on the show this year. You always get terrific guests. You always get great people to play along. But who we got this? It's like John Hamm.
I don't remember. Oh, John Hamm. Yeah.
Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
Good friend of mine.
Lil Yachty. A lot of Lils.
Yeah, a lot of Lil.
Porn star Mia Khalifa, who you're going to pretend you don't know any of her work, Conan.
Oh, my God. Please. This morning I did a 9-hour deep dive on her work. She enunciates the dialogue very well.
That's what she's known for.
Her diction is perfect.
Iambic pentameter.
I didn't notice anything else. But you've got this great trajectory, which is you made this show up completely. It's like sheer force of will. You pretty much made it all happen yourself in a lot of ways. Right? At the beginning, this was a homegrown project.
Yeah, it was a junkyard show.
It was you, and you were like, when you put together your show, you were living on couches.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where?
I was like sleeping outside. I would sleep in like little parks because I was too afraid to sleep in Central Park. So I would sleep in like St. Vartan's Park in Murray Hill. And like I would pick little, and I had toothbrushes all around town. And
you had two toothbrushes hidden in the park?
Yeah, I did. Toothbrushes hidden in the park.
I think it was Third Rock from the pond to the left. Here it is, Oral-B with Sensodyne.
I would do stand up at night. I would do open mics, and I would ask the audience if I could sleep over and sleep on their couches.
And you meant it.
And I meant it.
Mm-hmm.
And I meant it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you start putting the show together, and then
did it heat up in here, or am I excited?
What do you mean?
Don't you feel like it's hotter than when we started?
Yeah, that's your body heat.
You think it's just
You're glowing. You are glowing.
I'm pregnant.
There's an omelet cooking on your shoulder.
It got hotter, didn't
I think
it?
it got hotter because I don't mean to flatter myself, but I think you saw me.
I did.
And I think you thought, shit, I'm sitting with that Conan O'Brien.
That's right.
I didn't realize.
That's right.
And you had to up your game.
I looked into those Lebanese eyes and I knew.
Lebanese Irish eyes. And you knew you had to take it up a notch.
That's right.
You intentionally gained a whole bunch of weight for the prior season.
Yes.
The season 5.
Season 5. And then for this season, season 6, I got shredded.
So when you gained a lot of weight.
I gained 40 pounds. I wasn't good at it. It was like fluctuating a lot. You could see my weight fluctuate throughout the episodes too.
Right.
And it was probably 40, 45 pounds. It was fun. It was awesome. That was the most fun body modification. That was like pizza at night, all the pina coladas you could ingest, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches at night. And then you get really depressed. But in the beginning, it's fucking awesome. But what sucks is I never had, I am older and I never had problems with weight ever. I was always skinny and I could always eat whatever I want. But after that season, like your fat cells, when they expand, they just go, oh, I can do that now. And now for the first time, I have to like watch what I eat and I can't drink as much as I want. And I permanently jacked myself up. But
and what do you
and then I got shredded for this season. And then as soon as I wrapped, we wrapped last year shooting this season. And the second I wrapped, I ate like an entire unsliced pizza. And then I went to bed and then I woke back up and then I ate like 6 bagels. And then I went to Portugal and I drank like 40 gallons of wine. And then it just all went, it all came crashing down.
Well, you still look good. You look, I mean, this is, when you came in, I thought like, no, he's looking good. He's looking good.
It's a lot more, I'm wearing a lot more sweatpants and a lot less jeans. That's a sign that I'm a little thick, calling it thick to work. But I look like, when I take my shirt off, I look like an orangutan about to breastfeed.
So very maternal. That's great.
Just voluptuous brown.
A male orangutan about to breastfeed, which is very rare. Those are the rarest orangutans of all. What I can identify is I think we were both the same this way is I had this great run, a crazy high metabolism.
Yeah.
And I could not, so in my 20s and 30s, and I look at pictures of myself from that era, and I was eating like a maniac.
Disgusting
pig. And I have a very clear memory of getting lunch, and this is when I'm at SNL, and Dana Carvey's there, and he's watching me, and I order a cheeseburger and French fries, and I order a chocolate ice cream soda with chocolate ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
And then when that's done, I order a Coke and I drink the Coke. And then when that's done, I order an ice cream sundae. and I'm skinny as a rail. And he said, "How old are you, Conan?" And I said, "I'm 24. And he went, "Enjoy this." For most of us, learning a second language in high school or college wasn't exactly a high point in our academic careers. Yeah. I learned Spanish just many times over. And it didn't really stick.
No, well, you're very Irish.
Okay, that doesn't have anything to do with it.
And it's not like you went home to anyone who spoke Spanish. You just need to practice it. That's the thing.
My father's from Spain.
Oh, I know that he
was a matador. Anyway, now thanks to Babbel, the language learning app that sold more than 10 million subscriptions, there's an addictively fun and easy way to learn a new language. Babbel's 15-minute lessons make it the perfect way to learn a new language on the go. With Babbel, you can choose from 14 different languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, German. There are so many ways to learn with Babbel. In addition to lessons, you can access podcasts, games, video stories, and even live classes. Plus, it comes with a 20-day money-back
guarantee. You know, when I go to another country, I like to have some facility with the language because it shows that you're trying.
Yeah.
It's like a very courteous thing to do.
But it could be tedious if it's like boring how to learn it, but this is fun. I've tried Babbel.
You've tried Babbel?
And it is really fun. They do teach you things that you'll use when you go to another country, and it's stuff that sticks.
Right now, get up to 55% off your subscription when you go to babbel.com/Team Coco. That's babbel.com/Team Coco for up to 55% off your subscription. That's a big chunk off. Mm-hmm. You're welcome, world. Babbel, language for life. And so now
He's right.
I flash back to that and go, oh, that's what he was talking about.
Yeah.
The metabolism slows down.
Yeah, it does.
That's why I do cocaine. It speeds things up. Speeds it right up. I smoke a lot. It really helps kill the appetite.
HGH.
That'd be great. I have fantasized some about taking a lot of
I want to start doing crazy
stuff
steroids and stuff.
and getting jacked like Carrot Top. You know the way Carrot Top is
I just saw him live.
Oh yeah.
For my 40th birthday, I went to Vegas with my friends.
Yeah.
And before my friends got there, I just went and saw a show. It was incredible.
Yeah.
I think people are too mean to him.
Yeah, yeah.
People were mean to him in the 90s.
Yeah,
I thoroughly enjoyed it, and he was a total sweetheart, and he is almost 60, and he's jacked.
He's a very nice guy. He's a very sweet guy, but he's crazy jacked. And I thought my fans would just think it was really funny if I suddenly got jacked.
Yeah.
They would laugh at it.
Yeah.
They would, and also anything I tried to do after that wouldn't be funny.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why it all came crashing down. Like, I was in the best shape I'd been since I was like 18 years old, but I was like, this has no comedic value, really. And it's only funny in relationship to the previous season because it's such a drastic change. Mm-hmm. But as a life choice, like a comedian, you can't be ripped as a comedian. Really.
Also,
I mean, you have to be.
It's very hard.
Gross. You have to look disgusting.
I get infuriated when incredibly good-looking people are very funny.
Oh.
It enrages me, and I'm thinking of
they should kill
John
themselves.
Hamm is really funny.
Oh.
And Tim Oliphant is really funny, and they're
torture.
And it enrages me because I think, no, this was my consolation prize.
Yeah.
This is the cookie I got.
Yeah,
because I was born looking like this.
It's not. Yeah,
you can't give it to him. He can't get the same cookie that I got. It's not fair.
It's not fair. It's like that Drew Carey joke. He's the funniest joke. He said these nude paparazzi photos of Brad Pitt leaked where he was naked and he had a huge penis. Mm-hmm. And he's like, that's not fair. And he's like, you can't be that good looking and have a huge penis. He's like, Ron Jeremy, we get it. Okay. You get like
They gave him something as he was headed out the door. Yeah. Just before they sent him to Earth, they were like, oh, we're sorry. Give him one of these.
Elephant trunk.
Yeah. There you go. You feel better now? Kind of.
And then Drew Carey goes, this guy's, it's so unfair. He's so hot. He's got such a big cock. And then Drew Carey goes, I'm sitting at home jerking off to a bootleg copy of Precious. This guy's fucking Angelina Jolie. I know. I'm giving him credit. I know comics get sensitive about, but it's an ill joke that he's probably done a bunch of times. Drew Carey's going to come after me after this podcast.
He's going to come after you now?
He's going to come after me like a tornado.
He has to tape so many of those game shows in a day. He doesn't
love
have time.
How dirty. Have you seen his stand-up live? He's hella dirty.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because he does the game shows, and you can't be dirty on the game shows.
So it's pent up.
It's pent up, and he says crazy shit. It's hardcore. It's like a Gigi Allen concert.
Why doesn't he just do it one time on
the game show?
On the game show like that, and then just do one where he goes for it. And then, of course, they can't air it, but they put it online, and they give everyone a prize in the audience, so they're all happy. Why not?
Because we live in a weird puritanical society where we still have standards and practices and censor boards, and it's like it's an old school thing. Right. Censorship.
Right.
You can't say a curse word, or it will put a curse on your family. That's medieval, right?
Yeah. It's less and less. I mean, when I got into it, there really was. I remembered having
You couldn't say hell on TV.
I wrote a sketch for Chris Rock, and
And I remember sitting down with actual people in suits who were saying, all right, let's go through this. This word's out.
Really?
This word's out. Yeah. It was
like the censors.
Yes.
The censors. You really met the censors.
Oh, they came in and they were like, well, this is out and this is out. And of course,
crazy.
This is out. And,
crazy.
But then what was really weird is I would offer replacements that were often worse. And they would say, yes, of course. Because they just wanted to show that they had done
their job.
We went in and we did our job and we took this stuff out. So we took out penis and then Conan put in massive cockaroo.